Pain is inevitable, whispered the ancient voices, a truth echoing through time's vast corridors. Yet, within this inescapable certainty lies an opportunity, the art of suffering well. As dawn seeks the first light, so too do we seek understanding in the throes of discomfort. What if pain, instead of a cruel adversary, becomes a wise teacher? Welcome to an exploration not of evasion, but of transformation. Here begins a journey where agony is neither feared nor celebrated, but met with mindfulness. This journey invites you to question not why me, but what now? A gentle shift from victim to voyager. Through long, contemplative chapters, this Stoic guide offers solace. You are more than your pain. Observe it, listen to its teachings, and emerge renewed. Endurance becomes your alchemy, reshaping wounds into wisdom and adversity into strength. In surrender, find your resilience, and let your suffering illuminate the path for others. Welcome to transcendence. Embark on a profound journey of introspection, where we delve into the sacred depths of human experience, acknowledging that suffering is an inevitable reality shared by all. Pain, the silent companion that transcends culture, belief, and time, threads itself into the fabric of our existence, binding us to the human condition from the very first breath until the last. Ancient sages and philosophers, wise in their understanding, neither denied nor fled from it. Instead, they embraced it as an integral part of life's narrative, a reminder of mortality and the individuality that defines our essence. In accepting the immutable reality of pain, we do not surrender. Instead, we find courage and develop a willingness to confront discomfort, holding space for hardship without letting it consume us. This acceptance dissolves pain's power to shock or destabilize, transforming our perception and enabling responses marked by deliberate wisdom rather than reactionary anguish. This shift marks the beginning of a profound transformation as we turn potential debilitation into an opportunity for introspection and growth. By acknowledging pain as a constant, we learn to navigate it with dignity, setting the stage for genuine resilience and unwavering strength. Adversity serves as a crucible for the human spirit, refining and shaping us by revealing depths of strength that might otherwise remain dormant. The response we choose to adversity determines the caliber of our character. Pain, whether it graces us emotionally, physically, or psychologically, stands as a formidable teacher, pushing the boundaries of our endurance and testing the strength of our resolve. Within these trials, our true nature emerges, revealing both vulnerabilities and strengths. For the Stoics, adversity was not seen as a roadblock but as a sharpening stone for virtue. As we encounter suffering through loss, failure, or betrayal, our values and convictions undergo trial by fire. Our reactions in these moments, whether we succumb to bitterness or rise with fortitude, define our spirit's enhancement or diminishment. This crucible becomes a forge where we cultivate virtues such as patience, courage, and humility. Suffering transforms into a chance to practice wisdom through action, to embody ideals that hold deep value. By choosing to view adversity as a tool for refining character, we step onto a path towards not just enduring, but suffering well, where pain becomes an instrument for personal growth and self-betterment. The interplay between joy and suffering is one of paradox and enrichment, often perceived as diametric opposites, yet deeply intertwined within the tapestry of human life. The capacity to appreciate joy is often heightened by our understanding of pain, and this duality enriches our emotional landscape, providing depth and breadth. In recognizing this connection, we unlock potential for embracing life's full spectrum, deriving deeper meaning from experience. Darkness often amplifies the light of joyous moments, prompting gratitude and appreciation for happiness when it graces us. By acknowledging this intersection, we find balance, fostering resilience. This duality encourages us to cherish joy as bright markers along life's journey. It also imparts wisdom in times of strife, a reminder that this too shall pass, leading to deeper growth. The Stoics taught that while events may elude control, our responses remain our own. Embracing all shades of existence, we cultivate an appreciation for life's bittersweet beauty, learning to navigate its ebbs and flows with grace. The pursuit of inner peace remains timeless, standing firm amidst life's chaotic storms. Inner peace is not merely an absence of conflict or pain. It represents profound acceptance of both. It arises when we align with the present, understanding suffering's integral role alongside joy. Such peace transcends external circumstances, rooted in deep acceptance of life as it is, rather than as we wish it to be. Stoic teachings offer pathways towards this state, advocating virtue and wisdom as guides through suffering's reckoning. Through mindfulness, silence, and introspection, we foster a tranquil mind, unmoved by chaos. This tranquility becomes a beacon, illuminating clarity and purpose. Seeking peace internally, we disengage from external turmoil, finding solace in the capacity to endure. This inner sanctuary, cultivated through discipline and understanding, transforms suffering into opportunities for introspective growth, propelling us towards harmony and resilience. Acceptance holds transformative power, facilitating deeper engagement with suffering and freeing us from resistance. Resistance, born from refusal to acknowledge pain, amplifies suffering, creating cycles of denial and frustration. Through acceptance, we break these chains by acknowledging pain as inherent to life's journey. Acceptance is not defeat. Rather, it demonstrates profound acknowledgement of reality. This mindset creates healing space, fostering growth. By letting go of attempts to control the uncontrollable, we refocus on what lies within power. This simplifies existence, allowing engagement with suffering from a clear, unburdened mind. It liberates from self-imposed chains, enabling challenges to be faced with grace. Acceptance offers liberation, surrendering to life's natural flow. With acceptance as a guide, suffering transforms into a teacher, offering wisdom and deeper understanding. Resilience embodies the capacity to withstand adversity and emerge stronger. It is testament to human spirit's adaptability and resolve amidst challenges. Resilience enables suffering to be viewed not as insurmountable, but as growth opportunity. Stoic philosophy lauds resilience as a pillar of virtue, empowering one to face hardship with dignity. By cultivating resilience, fortitude blooms, enabling us to navigate suffering gracefully and emerge strengthened. Resilience stems from perseverance, courage, and flexibility. It derives from the capacity to endure without breaking, weathering storms while staying true to principles. Nurturing resilience fortifies, empowering confrontation of suffering with unwavering resolve. This inner strength, born of intentional practice and reflection, empowers transcendence, turning suffering into enlightenment and self-discovery. Embracing resilience transforms suffering from a force of despair into a catalyst for profound growth. Struggle serves as a wellspring of wisdom, offering insights inaccessible in ease. Pain demands attention, stripping away superficial facades to expose raw truths. It prompts introspection, questioning values, purpose, and our very essence. The ancients revered suffering not merely as affliction, but a teacher of profound lessons, inviting contemplation on life's essential questions. This wisdom enriches life, guiding decisions and actions with deeper understanding of human nature, fostering empathy and compassion. Engaging with suffering as a source of wisdom opens avenues of purposeful reflection, illuminating paths forward. As lessons from adversities illuminate, insights propel towards a life of deeper understanding. The journey of discovery through suffering remains central to Stoic teachings, showing that when faced with open hearts and questioning minds, pain becomes a source of profound enlightenment. Patience, born from suffering's crucible, is testament to enduring life's trials with grace. It empowers steadfastness and resilience amidst adversity, teaching calm acceptance. Patience suggests not passive resignation, but active, present engagement, understanding that all things unfold in their own time. Nurturing patience builds capacity for enduring challenges without succumbing to frustration or despair, engaging suffering as a process of growth. Through patience, we find solace amidst unpredictability, trusting life's rhythm. Patience allows composure and restraint, inviting measured responses to adversity. Cultivating patience bestows resilience and endurance, qualities that dignify suffering's navigation and aid in transformation. Embracing patience discovers newfound strength to endure challenges, cultivating grace amidst tumult, and emerging with renewed vigor. Compassion, a balm amidst suffering's throes, unites in shared humanity. Extending compassion during pain becomes an act of connection and healing. Stoic wisdom advocates cultivating compassion as a way to transcend personal suffering and recognize collective struggles. Empathy enables space for pain, acknowledging it with understanding and without judgment, transforming suffering into connection opportunities. In adversity, compassion becomes a guiding light offering solace. Through compassion, we recognize suffering as a shared experience, fostering solidarity. This shared understanding supports resilient navigation of pain. Extending compassion amidst suffering transforms pain from division into healing and connection, nurturing empathy and understanding. Compassion, a balm during suffering, fosters profound connections within and around us. Vulnerability, often mistaken for weakness, emerges as a source of strength and authenticity. Embracing vulnerability uncovers unprocessed fears, insecurities, and uncertainties, inviting honest engagement with suffering. Rather than avoidance, vulnerability enables authenticity and self-awareness. The Stoics valued vulnerability as a path to understanding, removing barriers to connection and insight, and to genuine embodiment of self. Embracing vulnerability requires courage to face suffering openly. By accepting weaknesses, resilience strengthens, transforming pain into growth opportunities. Vulnerability begets deeper introspection, fostering self-discovery and understanding. Recognizing vulnerability as a strength cultivates courage to navigate suffering gracefully, turning pain into powerful growth and self-awareness tool. The illusion of control often obstructs acceptance of suffering, creating undue resistance and frustration. In striving to dictate life's outcomes, inherent unpredictability is overlooked. Stoic teachings highlight the folly of control, recognizing true freedom in embracing life's unpredictability. Letting go of control liberates from resistance, accepting suffering as part of life's nature. By releasing control's illusion, suffering can be engaged with more constructively, shifting focus from external circumstances to internal responses. This liberates from expectations, providing freedom to confront challenges with resilience. Embracing existence's uncertainty cultivates adaptation, allowing pain to be met with acceptance. Recognizing control limitations transforms suffering from oppressor to growth opportunity. Letting go is essential to suffering well, inviting release from attachments that no longer serve. During suffering, attachments to outcomes, identities, or beliefs may increase pain, creating unnecessary suffering. The Stoic philosophy extols the virtue of non-attachment for freedom. Letting go does not imply indifference, but invites acceptance, allowing release from hindrances. The art of letting go fosters present-moment engagement, accepting life's impermanence. It encourages release from fixed outcomes, nurturing acceptance and resilience. By cultivating letting go, strength arises to navigate pain gracefully, finding resilience in surrender. In this release lies profound liberation, transforming suffering into spiritual and emotional growth opportunity. Suffering, when suffused with meaning, transcends pain to become profound insight source. The quest for meaning in suffering is a universal pursuit, one engaging Stoic thought. Understanding suffering as growth catalyst and meaning maker transforms pain into significant experience. This search for meaning invites introspection, exploring values and beliefs. By engaging suffering as growth medium, purpose and direction unfold. This transformative process empowers facing adversity with open heart, finding endurance and transcendence strength. Meaning amidst suffering cultivates purpose and resilience, transforming pain into profound personal growth catalyst. The resilience of the human spirit testifies to capacity for endurance, adaptation, and thriving amidst adversity. Despite suffering's challenges, human strength and fortitude shine, showcasing inherent resilience. Stoic thought holds resilience as strength builder, transforming adversity into character and growth opportunity. Resilience is cultivated, not innate, through reflection and perseverance. Embracing suffering as growth fosters inner fortification. Resilience nurtures composure and strength in facing challenges, empowering transcendence. This nurtured resilience turns suffering into personal growth opportunity and transformation source, showcasing human spirit's remarkable endurance and adaptability. Detachment fosters resilience amidst suffering, allowing pain engagement without overwhelm. Stoic philosophy teaches detachment as an inner strength cultivator, a path to navigating adversity skillfully. Detachment allows engagement with pain from discernment and awareness, inviting release from expectations. Practicing detachment encourages empowerment by reframing our suffering from within. Freedom arises as detachment informs a balanced view, fostering flexibility and resilience through life's challenges. Embracing wisdom of detachment turns suffering into growth catalyst, imparting enduring strength for life's journey's trials and opportunities. Self-reflection, a potent tool in suffering's journey, fosters insight amidst life's challenges. Through self-reflection, dialogue with the inner self unfolds, examining thoughts and emotions within pain's grip. This introspection explores relationship with suffering, prompting value, purpose, and resilience questions. In self-reflection's silence, healing and transformation find space. engaging suffering with empowered introspection fosters emotional resilience and self-understanding. Self-reflection strengthens honest, courageous suffering confrontation, transforming pain into opportunity for insight. Embracing self-reflection's empowerment reveals capacity for enduring and thriving through challenges. Gratitude serves as transformative force, finding beauty and meaning amidst suffering. Practicing gratitude during adversity shifts focus from loss to abundance, recognizing coexistence of opportunities. Stoic teachings emphasize gratitude as virtue and transformative power. Through gratitude, acceptance and grace in suffering strengthens, deepening appreciation for adversity's lessons. Present-focused gratitude uncovers richness within pain, transforming perspective towards growth. Gratitude amidst suffering unlocks enlightenment and transformation potential, fostering profound journey appreciation. Perspective acts as powerful suffering navigation tool, viewing pain as transformative rather than debilitating. Perception dictates suffering's life impact, shaping responses and reactions. Cultivating informed perspective enables wise, understanding pain engagement. Perspective, valued by Stoics, transforms suffering into growth and insight opportunities. Shifting perspective reframes experiences, revealing pain's meaning. This examination of beliefs shapes responses. Embracing perspective power discovers ability for adversity, navigation with clarity, transforming suffering into profound growth catalyst. Perspective empowers engaging challenges from wisdom, unlocking enlightenment and understanding potential. Embracing change's inevitability cultivates resilience in pain. Change, steady life force, molds existence. Stoics extol embracing change, asserting wisdom in welcoming life's rhythm with grace. Accepting change fosters understanding responses to suffering. By embracing change as constant, acceptance during challenges grows. This cultivates flexibility, understanding all experiences' temporality. Embracing change liberates, welcoming growth and learning through adversity. Change acceptance strengthens composure, finding peace amidst life's fluctuations and transformation opportunities. Forgiveness liberates by dispelling resentment's burden amidst suffering. Forgiveness invites release from grievances, creating healing space. Stoic thought regards forgiveness as freedom and self-awareness path amid pain, showcasing growth fuel. Through forgiveness, anger and resentment, chains break, fostering acceptance and autonomy. Empowered by forgiveness, comprehension and resilience mature, providing healing force. Embracing forgiveness liberates suffering, unlocking growth and transformation avenues. Hope shines as beacon amidst suffering's shadows, inspiring perseverance through adversity. Embracing hope fosters future envisioning beyond pain, nurturing determination. Stoic teachings recognize hope's role in resilience and endurance cultivation amid trials. Hope, through suffering, finds purpose and potential, transforming challenges into growth catalysts. Hope fosters optimism, reframing suffering towards potential and transformation. Hope engages adversity from strength, transforming pain into profound insight source. Embracing hope's renewal reveals resilient inner wisdom, paving path to purposeful, fulfilled existence. Silence stands as ally amid suffering, offering reflection and healing space. Silence invites inward exploration of pain's thoughts and emotions with acceptance. Stoic philosophy values silence as wisdom and understanding cultivator, transforming suffering into growth opportunity. Silence brings solace, providing space for empowered suffering engagement. This engagement fosters present moment appreciation, unveiling inner landscape richness. Cultivating silence develops graceful challenge navigation, transforming suffering into enlightenment path. Suffering can ignite creativity, inspiring exploration and understanding. Pain prompts reflection, unlocking potential for artistic and intellectual exploration. Stoic philosophy highlights creativity's potential, enabling positive, transformative suffering engagement. Embracing creativity amid suffering fosters profound expression, empowering resilience through adversity. Creativity, a transformative engagement tool, unlocks educational avenues, enlightening transformative process. Creativity engagement transforms pain into understanding and connection tool, nurturing profound self-awareness and world connection. In weaving together the intricate fabric of our existence, let us venture forward, equipped with understanding and grace. Amidst life's trials, may we cultivate the wisdom, strength, and compassion necessary to transcend suffering, turning each challenge into a stepping stone towards authenticity, enlightenment, and resilient becoming. In the quiet cradle of midnight contemplation, there lies a profound truth. Pain, so often perceived as an adversary, is in fact a wise teacher. The Stoic philosophers invite us to shift our perception, to embrace pain not as a curse, but as an inevitable presence shaping our existence. To do so is to open our hearts to the lessons etched into every ache and throb, transforming the art of endurance into a canvas for inner growth. The Stoics remind us that to welcome pain is not to celebrate it, but to recognize its transformative potential, a sculptor of the soul, chiseling away the excrescences of ego and superficial desires. Through this acceptance, we forge a resilience that mirrors the willow, bending with the wind, yet never breaking, a testament to the strength found in understanding rather than resistance. Adversity, too, stands as a venerable sage. It inscribes its lessons within the depths of our being, far beyond the temporary scrawls of a chalkboard. These trials prompt a reflection that strips us to our core virtues, often neglected during times of comfort and ease. In the throes of hardship, we are given the rare opportunity to question deeply our choices, our values, and the essence of our own spirit. From this earnest introspection arises a reconfiguration of understanding, revealing nuggets of purpose previously obscured by the distractions of mundane reality. As we immerse ourselves in these teaching moments, we uncover our perceived limits and unearth a reservoir of courage previously unknown to us. Suffering acts as a crucible, not meant to shatter us, but to refine our core, turning trials into a cauldron where character is continually shaped and reshaped. Each experience adds layers of wisdom, reinforcing our foundations against future tempests. Authentic growth seldom springs from ease, but from this chaotic dance between the known and the unknown, where adversity and transcendence intermingle. Pain unveils a mirror, reflecting truths about ourselves often shrouded beneath layers of denial. In moments of intense suffering, we come face to face with our unmasked self, the raw and authentic essence revealed in the cracks of our facade. It is here that we receive a potent motivation for transformation, as the reflection shows us neither an embellished nor censored version of who we are, but rather our unvarnished reality. Through this reflection comes clarity about our flaws and strengths, our ingrained patterns and underlying desires, The encounter forces us to reevaluate our estranged priorities, compelling us to shed pretenses and embrace a more genuine existence. As these reflections become part of our journey, they guide us toward wholeness, informed by a true, unfiltered understanding of who we are and who we aspire to be. Pain thus serves as a compass toward growth, leading us beyond the thresholds of comfort into realms we were perhaps reluctant to explore, yet are essential for our evolution. Growth emerges from stepping outside our comfort zones, a process often marked by discomfort. Yet within this challenge lies potential for true evolution, much like a climber ascending beyond familiar peaks. Pain then becomes an invaluable guide, steering us toward opportunities for profound transformation. Acknowledging pain as such allows us to embrace uncertainty with courage, navigating uncharted territories with newfound insight. Resilience arises not from the absence of adversity, but from a deep understanding of its nature and integration into our lives. To weather life's tempests, we must cultivate an acute awareness of pain and its effects, transforming raw emotions into wisdom. This awareness liberates us from victimhood, granting us strength to rise above circumstances and respond with proactive grace. Understanding pain involves knowing its triggers and patterns rather than suppressing or ignoring it. Such comprehension allows us to transform discomfort into a source of energy and perseverance. By confronting suffering directly, we build a reservoir of strength, reaffirming that true resilience is a product of understanding, not mere endurance. Consequently, suffering morphs into a catalyst for the alchemical transformation, where hardship is transmuted into wisdom and fortitude. In the fires of suffering, we undergo an alchemical process, shedding superficial layers and emerging stronger and more refined. The Stoics advocate for confronting discomfort with bravery and curiosity, recognizing it as a vehicle for profound change. This transformation demands patience and perseverance, as those who navigate suffering with intent emerge not only changed, but empowered by a resilience that speaks to the indomitable spirit within. Acceptance, then, emerges not as resignation, but as the wisdom to honor life's inevitable cycles. By accepting pain as a natural part of existence, we redefine our relationship with it, reducing its capacity to overwhelm. This wisdom teaches that resisting the unchangeable compounds our suffering, whereas embracing reality provides liberation from self-imposed confines. Through acceptance, we redirect energy from futile combats to meaningful pursuits, shifting focus to what can be influenced, thereby enhancing emotional steadiness amidst turbulent waters. By aligning with reality, we diminish internal conflict and cultivate inner peace, which then becomes the bedrock for resilience and clarity. Purpose bestows even the bleakest moments with a sense of direction, transforming pain into an opportunity for growth. The Stoics believed that misfortune contains the seed of opportunity, urging us to extract lessons beyond immediate discomfort. Without purpose, pain appears as a nebulous shadow, yet when illuminated by purpose, it becomes an integral part of our life story, urging us towards deeper, more meaningful existence. The culture of victimhood offers an illusory trap where individuals cycle through suffering without growth. The Stoics warn against viewing oneself merely as a victim. Pain can entice one into relinquishing control, attributing hardships solely to external forces. This perspective, however, denies agency, barring transformation of suffering into strength. Breaking free from this mindset involves acknowledging our role in responding to pain, shifting from passivity to to active engagement. We then transcend victimhood, choosing to become architects of our rehabilitation and transformation process, reclaiming power and embracing the potential within pain as a gateway to self-mastery. Pain, often accompanied by a tempest of emotions, provides fertile ground for emotional alchemy. The Stoics practiced emotional regulation, understanding that our perception of events, rather than the events themselves, triggered emotional responses. By harnessing mental discipline, we transmute negative emotions into understanding, compassion, and fortitude. This transformative process requires awareness and introspection, recognizing emotions without immediate reaction. As anger softens into understanding and fear is recast into courage, we attain mastery over our emotional landscape, reducing pain's hold. Emotional alchemy, therefore, is not about denying emotions, but guiding them toward constructive channels, reshaping suffering into empowerment and growth. Adversity molds character by unearthing virtues such as courage, patience, and humility. The Stoics valued these trials, recognizing them as opportunities to deepen self-knowledge. Through adversity, we build authenticity, as the challenges we face become architects of an inner resilience, cementing our commitment to virtuous living. Each trial faced and overcome contributes to this construction, suggesting that our true measure lies not in avoiding adversity, but in emerging from it stronger and more steadfast. Inner strength is forged within adversity's crucible, tempered through the understanding that suffering is integral to life. The Stoics teach that true strength resides within, independent of external turmoil. Engaging in practices such as meditation and mindfulness hones resilience and disciplines the mind, anchoring ourselves amidst chaos. These practices transform hardship into insight, acting not only as shields against suffering, but as tools for freedom, encouraging us to thrive despite adversity. Gratitude for adversity seems paradoxical, yet it is transformative. Acknowledging the lessons brought forth by hardship shifts focus from loss to gain. It broadens our perspective, reminding us that suffering is but a single thread within the tapestry of experience. Practicing gratitude balances pain with reflection, preserving moments of appreciation amidst trials. It fosters a receptive mindset, enhancing resilience while relieving emotional burdens. Embracing gratitude, we awaken to life's duality, recognizing room for joy even in adversity. Pain, instead of marking an end, acts as an invitation for profound reflection. It signals us to pause, introspect, and recalibrate. The Stoics used suffering as a prompt for self-examination, turning life's trials into opportunities for contemplation. Through reflection, we gain clarity on our values and desires, allowing suffering to guide necessary change and growth. Embracing this reflective practice, we transform pain from confounding riddles into compelling narratives of self-discovery. Finding balance amidst suffering is the art of enduring well. Balance provides a counterweight to extreme emotions, grounding resilience. The Stoics taught moderation, emphasizing that equilibrium arises from cultivated awareness and intentional choices. Balancing our lives does not eradicate suffering, but integrates it into a harmonized existence, where thoughts, emotions, and actions align. Practices such as meditation and engagement with nature stabilize this balance, facilitating growth without viewing hardship as isolated trials. The Stoics recognized the interconnectedness of pain and joy, viewing them not as opposing forces, but as complementary teachers in our life journey. Acknowledging this duality enriches our existence, encouraging us to approach both with appreciation for the lessons they impart. This mindset mitigates suffering's blow, allowing us to view joy not as mere escape, but as part of natural cycles. Embracing both, we celebrate life's vibrancy and depth. Silence, as a response to pain, offers profound introspection and facilitates healing. The Stoics embraced silence as a sanctuary where emotions settle and thoughts align naturally. In this space, sorrow dissipates, revealing wisdom and clarity. Practicing silence requires withdrawing from noisy distractions, fostering an environment for reflection. Through silence, we reinstate control, discovering a language of healing and resilience emerging from quiet contemplation. Compassion soothes the harshness of suffering, healing both oneself and others. The Stoics praised compassion for its ability to transform personal pain into avenues of connection. Embracing self-compassion fosters self-kindness, countering critical inner dialogue. Extending this compassion outward unites us, turning shared suffering into common strength. This perspective cultivates empathy, alleviating suffering's grip and nurturing opportunities for love, understanding, and unity. Vulnerability, often feared as weakness, stands as a profound strength. The Stoics championed embracing vulnerability, seeing it as a courageous openness toward life. When we invite vulnerability, we reshape pain from a daunting exposure into deep connection, fostering healing and growth. In this embrace, our true self flourishes, strengthened by the acceptance of authenticity and empowered by courageous living. Community transforms isolation into companionship, providing solace through shared narratives. The Stoics emphasized the importance of community's wisdom and solidarity. It alleviates individual suffering by turning personal trials into shared journeys. Engaging with community enhances resilience, unlocking the transformative power within collective growth. Through community, we transform pain into a journey of healing and profound understanding. Empathy, born from personal suffering, connects us to our shared humanity. Using our experiences as guides, we transcend self-concern and foster kindness, enhancing social cohesion. The Stoics extended teachings beyond personal growth, promoting empathy as essential for societal harmony. Transforming suffering into empathy alleviates isolation, bridging individual experiences into collective understanding and compassion. Finally, courage arises where fear resides. Pain often accompanies fear, yet within this complex emotion lies potential for profound bravery. The Stoics advocated facing fear head-on, valuing courage as action amidst fear. Pain invites us to confront and transcend fears, dismantling their hold through understanding. Courage, then, becomes a force that propels us, rendering pain a testament to determination and strength. Thus, through this journey guided by pain, we glimpse life's intricate dance of joy and sorrow, finding peace amidst chaos. True peace, the Stoics mused, exists not in chaos's absence, but from maintaining inner stillness. This tranquility emerges through mindful practices, transforming chaos into an amplifier of our strength. Pain becomes an integral part of life's narrative, woven into our pursuit of authentic fulfillment, guided by the light of wisdom, growth, and understanding. In the midst of suffering, one often feels ensnared by the overwhelming question, "Why me?" Such feelings can descend like an unexpected storm, leaving the spirit drenched in powerlessness and doubt. Yet within this sense of paralysis lies the first step toward liberation. understanding that while pain is inevitable, our reactions to it are not predetermined. The Stoic mind teaches us that, although we cannot control the external events of life, we can master our own responses. And so, the journey from helplessness to empowerment begins with a simple yet profound inquiry. What now? This question is an invitation to action, urging us to shift our gaze from passivity to purpose. It ushers in the realization that within each challenge, no matter how daunting, lies an opportunity for growth and understanding. To embrace this shift, one must reevaluate the very nature of suffering, viewing it not as an insurmountable obstacle, but as a vital crucible for wisdom and resilience. Each moment of adversity, when met with the courage of "what now?" ignites the fires of determination, nurturing a resilience that becomes the bedrock of a life well lived. The stories we weave about our pains hold immense sway over us. In times of hardship, it is all too easy to retreat into tales of injustice and misfortune. But this narrative can bind us in cycles of frustration and despair. Simply asking, "What now?" encourages a new life story, one of acceptance and forward motion rather than backward lamentation. It is an invitation to turn our gaze from the past's darkness towards the future's potential light, channeling energy into constructive exploration rather than self-pity. This redefinition is not mere reframing. It is a profound realization that challenges are not afflictions, but catalysts for growth. As we pivot from the question of victimhood to that of empowerment, our inner landscape transforms. We cultivate an adaptable mindset, capable of deriving strength and clarity from adversity. This shift allows us to perceive suffering not as a curse, but as an essential medium for personal evolution. Central to this philosophy is the profound recognition that freedom resides in our choices. The essence of Stoicism and various existential teachings lies in this empowering notion. We may not choose the circumstances we encounter or the pain that accompanies them, but our ability to choose how we respond remains ever within our grasp. With "what now?" we are presented with a tapestry of responses, each a path winding through and beyond suffering. The choices we make not only shape our reactions, but also our identities and futures, even within the crucible of adversity. This empowerment instills a sense of agency, affirming that our essence is defined not by our pain, but by how we rise from it. In every conscious decision lies an act of self-definition, reinforcing the belief that no pain can strip us of our potential if we remain devoted to asking, "What now?" The journey forward is paved with the acceptance of reality. Too often, acceptance is mistaken for surrender or defeat, when it is truly an act of courage. Through the question, "What now?" we hone our capacity for acceptance, acknowledging our circumstances with neither judgment nor evasion. This foundation of acceptance leads to clarity and purpose, soothing the wounds of resistance and denial. Acceptance, like a gentle balm, encourages us to release the illusions of past grievances and future fears, anchoring us firmly in the present. Here, amidst the tumult, lies the fertile ground for healing and growth. Acceptance is a gateway to transformation, empowering us to journey forward with renewed resolve and agency. Resilience is not an inborn trait, but a skill forged through repeated encounters with adversity. Each time we ask, "What now?" we practice resilience, incrementally strengthening our capacity to weather life's turbulent storms. Every deliberate response to suffering becomes a cornerstone in the architecture of internal strength, teaching us to view setbacks as mere detours rather than dead ends on our journey of intentional living. In nurturing resilience, challenges transform into opportunities for expansion, shifting our focus from limitations to potential. A resilient heart fosters lifelong learning and adaptability, a mindset that deepens and enriches our journey. Gradually, resilience becomes instinct, a steadfast commitment to rising each time we fall, an unwavering pledge to growth and transformation in the face of every "what now?" From the depths of suffering, it is common to see hardship as a catastrophic force that shatters lives. Yet within this catastrophe lies the seed of a catalyst, a dormant potential waiting to awaken. Shifting our focus from "why me?" to "what now?" invites us to unlock this potential, reframing suffering as a precursor to profound change and discovery. This transformation is neither instant nor easy, demanding that we face our deepest fears and vulnerabilities with courage. But as we approach our suffering with this question, we reveal doorways rather than dead ends, pathways to new understandings and possibilities. It is through recognizing the catalyst within catastrophe that we claim authorship over our own lives, ever mindful of the profound power inherent within "what now?" Central to this exploration is the commitment to a growth-oriented mindset. Embracing "what now?" signifies dedication to a lifetime of learning, an openness to adapting in the face of life's unpredictabilities. It involves redefining values, emphasizing exploration and evolution over comfort and avoidance. As we cultivate this mindset, adversity becomes a wellspring of virtue rather than a valley of despair. Here, each experience, whether joyous or painful, teaches and opens the pathway to a broader understanding of ourselves and others. In embracing this approach, we navigate existence with grace, transforming each "what now?" into a step along the sacred path of self-discovery. This journey, guided by resilience and wisdom, aligns with the mastery of suffering well. Within the tumultuous sea of suffering, emotions surge, threatening to overwhelm. Yet, by inquiring, "what now?" we embark on the alchemical journey of emotional transformation, refining raw emotions into deeper understanding and resilience. This path is not about denial, but about engaging our emotional depths with compassion and curiosity. Navigating our emotional landscape enhances empathy and self-awareness, creating a solid foundation for weathering future storms. This alchemical process not only fortifies us, but also deepens our connection to the broader human experience, reminding us of the shared nature of suffering and the collective strength found in articulating "what now?" Life's dance is a delicate interplay between entropy and order, the chaos of unpredictability meeting the stability of routine. Suffering often emerges from disruptions that scatter our perceived order, leaving us in a state of entropic confusion. By shifting from "why me?" to "what now?" we begin to bring forth a semblance of order through intentional action and perspective shifts. This understanding deepens our appreciation for life's intricate balance, fostering humility in the face of the vast unknowns. We learn to accept disorder's inevitability without succumbing to its destabilizing grasp, seeing it instead as an opportunity for creative reordering. Suffering becomes a cosmic dance, teaching us to find harmony amid discord. As we adopt the Stoic wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, where the impediment to action advances action, we recognize that obstacles are not barriers but stepping stones. Asking "what now?" allows us to see these impediments as avenues of potential growth. This perspective encourages curiosity and innovation, leading us to approach challenges with a fresh, eager perspective. We are inspired to look beyond conventional solutions, uncovering novel pathways. Through this, the barren landscape of suffering morphs into fertile ground for growth. As we embrace challenges as invitations, we learn the art of responding with grace and ingenuity, keeping the question, "What now?" forever close to heart. In this quest for understanding, the practice of reflection guides us deep into the dialogue between suffering and growth. Pausing in our trials, we allow space for thoughtful consideration and emotional processing. This moment of reflection is neither passive nor idle. It is a deliberate act, lighting the way from reaction to intentional response. Such reflection sharpens patience and foresight, enabling us to face adversity with clarity and strength. It connects us deeply to our inner selves and the world around us, making us adept at transforming each "what now?" into a journey towards inner mastery. Courage is often celebrated as a rare and heroic quality, yet it is fundamental in the journey through suffering. By replacing "why me?" with "what now?" we summon the courage to face life's challenges unflinchingly. Courage is not an absence of fear, but mastery over it, enabling action amidst vulnerability. This courage leads us to seek help, embrace change, and confront our inner struggles. Every courageous act propels us forward on the path of growth, reinforcing our determination to transform suffering into a forge for lasting strength and wisdom. Through this courage, we participate actively in our evolution, continuing the dialogue between the self and the enduring question, "What now?" Yet within the pain lies an often overlooked pathway: contribution. By shifting focus from ourselves to others, we find surprising freedom from pain's bonds. The question, "What now?" leads to acts of service, offering relief not only to ourselves, but to those around us. This outward focus creates healing ripples, transforming solitary suffering into shared experiences of growth. Through contribution, we recognize our interconnectedness, understanding that each act of kindness affirms life's worth. Serving others, we find purpose within our pain, aligning our actions with the eternal quest for meaning and connection. In the midst of suffering, letting go becomes a powerful act of liberation. By asking "what now?" we release outdated narratives and unresolved grief, making room for new beginnings. Letting go is not a defeat, but a release, shedding burdens that no longer serve us. We learn to flow with life's currents, not against them, honoring the beauty of impermanence and embracing moments as they are. This serenity guides us towards peace amidst uncertainty, showcasing new potential beyond the persistent question of "what now?" Emerging from suffering unfolds as a transformation from darkness into light. This journey from despair to hope is non-linear, yet it attests to the enduring spirit capable of overcoming profound challenges. By embracing "what now?" as a guide, we navigate this transition with grace and determination. Trust is pivotal. Trust in ourselves, the process, and the arrival of understanding and healing. Though demanding patience and resilience, this path leads to clarity and purpose. As we traverse it, we rediscover light within and around us, emerging stronger and wiser, ready to embrace life's next chapter with an open heart and the inquiry, "What now?" At the heart of this inquiry is a symphony, a balance of acceptance and action. Acceptance provides a foundation for meaningful action, allowing challenges to be met with clarity and intent. These two elements create a dynamic equilibrium, empowering engagement with the world from a place of strength and understanding. In embracing this balance, acceptance grounds us in reality, while action propels transformation. This symphony becomes life's soundtrack, reminding us of the potential within each moment of suffering for composing a new melody, one of courage, wisdom, and inquiry that consistently asks, "What now?" Adversity invites innovation, bringing forth creative solutions beyond conventional thinking. By approaching suffering with "What now?" we unlock possibilities and view obstacles as opportunities for ingenuity. This spirit of innovation propels us towards resilience and understanding. Innovation, while not confined to grand inventions, permeates life, shaping relationships and overcoming hardships. By embracing innovation, we rediscover pathways to healing, transforming suffering into exploration and empowerment, redefining limitations and pursuing possibilities within the timeless question, "What now?" Forgiveness becomes the act that liberates us from past grievances and pain. By reframing suffering through "What now?" we find the courage to forgive ourselves and others, shedding burdens that no longer serve. Forgiveness is not condoning harm, but releasing resentment's corrosive effects. It invites compassion and understanding, fostering peace and reconciliation. Freed from bitterness, we open the door to healing. This transformative act guides us towards a future unshackled by past injustices, aligning with grace and the perpetual journey of growth defined by "What now?" Encountering suffering with curiosity becomes a journey of self-discovery. By asking "What now?" we delve within, uncovering hidden truths and strengths. This journey requires openness to vulnerability, confronting aspects difficult to face. As we progress, we deepen our self-understanding, enriching lives and relationships. Treating suffering as a guide transforms it from an adversary to a teacher, leading us to greater self-awareness and the boundless potential within. Suffering expands our imagination, compelling us to reimagine what's possible amid adversity. By shifting focus to "What now?" we cultivate openness to new potential, viewing challenges as invitations to reshape the future beyond present constraints. Imagination empowers transcending reality's limitations, envisioning growth pathways. In reimagining possibility, we architect destiny, guided by a hopeful vision. Reimagining connects us to creativity, finding beauty and meaning within suffering's art. Adaptive transformation, resilience's cornerstone, embraces change for growth through life's challenges. By asking, "What now?" we accept adaptation's necessity for personal and emotional evolution. This philosophy teaches continual growth, not a destination, but evolution and renewal. Adaptive transformation involves shedding rigid beliefs and patterns, embracing life's fluidity. Cultivating adaptability uncovers strength through evolution, expanding empathy and understanding. Guided by adaptive transformation, we learn that life's uncertainties always allow for growth and transformation. Lastly, the art of surrendering control challenges the instinct to dominate surroundings. By asking "What now?" we learn to let go of control, embracing the unknown with trust. This practice isn't passivity, but active acceptance of life's ebb and flow, engaging each moment fully. The art teaches embracing uncertainty as fundamental. Letting go cultivates calm and resilience, recognizing strength in cooperation with life's rhythms. This surrender invites us to witness present beauty, finding clarity within the constant dance of change and transformation. At the heart of healing lies compassion, nurturing ourselves and interactions with others. By questioning, "What now?" we cultivate compassion, fostering empathy for the shared human experience. This compassion, a healing balm, guides us towards reconciliation. Compassion extends kindness, recognizing suffering as integral to life. Nurturing empathy dismantles isolation barriers, deepening connections and belonging. Compassion honors vulnerabilities, embracing growth and understanding, guiding harmonious relationships with ourselves and the world. The present moment is where life truly unfolds, free from past regrets and future anxieties. By asking, "What now?" we awaken to the present, engaging reality with mindfulness and intention. Awakened, we fully inhabit our lives, embracing each moment for growth and connection. By awakening to the present, we reclaim joy and wonder, finding beauty in ordinary and profound. Appreciating life's richness, we celebrate trials and triumphs that shape our journey. Cultivating presence crafts a vibrant existence, attuned to inherent wisdom. What now? At the core of what now lies commitment to growth, life's journey of learning and evolution. By embracing this, we dedicate ourselves to wisdom, resilience, and authenticity, seeing experiences as character-shaping opportunities. This commitment demands courage, humility, embracing uncertainty, and change. Nurtured, growth inspires through diverse stories and philosophies. This commitment lights our path to purpose and fulfillment throughout our journey, always seeking answers to the enduring question, "What now?" Life unfolds in a tapestry woven with threads of both joy and sorrow, an ever-changing pattern that encompasses happiness and pain alike. It is a natural inclination to intertwine our identity with these experiences, yet it is vital to comprehend that they are not the essence of who we truly are. Suffering should never be equated with becoming suffering itself. The Stoics, with their timeless wisdom, teach us that perception holds great power in navigating the labyrinth of life. By aligning more with our inner essence, rather than succumbing to external circumstances, we reclaim the power that transient events attempt to seize. We are the observers of our experiences, distinguishing between the occurrence of an event and the narrative we build around it. This, though challenging, allows us to perceive suffering as a singular facet of our existence, not its whole. Thoughts and emotions can feel intense and consuming, yet they do not reach the core of our being. Deep within, there exists an inner sanctuary, untouched by life's tempests. When suffering appears, it demands our attention, threatening to overshadow the sense of self we hold dear. Nonetheless, through the cultivation of mindfulness and self-reflection, we learn to witness these experiences without becoming enmeshed in them. At the heart of Stoic wisdom lies the profound understanding that our essence is not defined by pain, but by our soul's remarkable capacity to endure and grow amidst it. Embracing this perspective nurtures resilience, allowing us to remain grounded amid life's inevitable storms. Within the core of Stoic philosophy lies the concept of the observer within, a silent witness devoid of judgment or attachment. This observer represents our true self, transcending the temporal nature of our emotional landscape. When faced with life's myriad difficulties, the observer remains steadfast, offering a serene vantage point from which to navigate the turbulent seas of emotional response. Engaging with this observer is a practice that requires stepping back from immediate reactions, acknowledging them as mere echoes in the vast expanse of consciousness. By nurturing this distance, we create a buffer between our true nature and the suffering we encounter. This perspective seeks not to diminish or invalidate experiences of suffering, but instead offers a path through them, a way to experience pain without being consumed by it. Engaging with the observer facilitates a deeper understanding of emotional responses, uncovering patterns that, if unchecked, might lead to the entrenchment of suffering. Through practice, the observer becomes a steadfast companion, affirming that while suffering may shape us, it cannot define us. Within this realization lies the power to endure gracefully, growing from our trials and stepping forward with a heart both tender and resolute. Suffering primarily resides within the body, manifesting as aches, illness, and frailties inherent in our physical existence. However, to identify solely with bodily sensations is to overlook the deeper dimensions of our being. The Stoics have taught us that while we inhabit this world in corporeal form, we must regard our bodies as vessels for our soul's journey, and not as the entirety of our identity. By expanding awareness beyond the physical, we find freedom in perceiving our bodies as temporary abodes, whose discomforts account for merely a fraction of our overall existence. To engage with physical pain differently, viewing it not as an adversary, but as a messenger guiding us toward deeper self-awareness, exemplifies this understanding. While our connection to our bodies is profound, they do not encapsulate our true selves. Recognition of this truth diminishes the grip of body-related suffering on our identity. Embracing the impermanence of physical pain fosters gratitude for moments when our bodies serve us well. Furthermore, acceptance of our body's limitations cultivates compassion, extending understanding to both ourselves and others enduring similar struggles. Through this lens, we approach life's universal stages, illness, aging, even death, with dignity, secure in the knowledge that our essence transcends the confines of physicality, untouched by earthly suffering. Emotional pain, pervasive by nature, infiltrates our thoughts and obscures our path forward. As Epictetus once stated, it is our judgments about events that cause distress, not the events themselves. By reframing our thoughts and reactions, we reclaim power over our emotional landscape. It is essential to remember that emotions, no matter their intensity, are impermanent, a transient ebb and flow, each wave receding once its purpose is served. Embracing this transience allows us to sit with discomfort calmly, aware that it is not a permanent resident, but a fleeting visitor. Acknowledging this, emotional pain transforms from a tyrant into a teacher. The distance cultivated through mindfulness and reflection provides the space needed to decipher these emotions' messages. Rather than resisting or suppressing emotional pain, we lean into it, recognizing it as a growth opportunity seeking expression. We train ourselves to respond with curiosity instead of fear as we engage with emotional suffering this way, which fosters resilience and fortifies the soul. In this resilience, we find the strength to continue moving forward, crafting a life not defined by suffering, but by the grace with which we navigate it. The Stoics emphasize the role of thought in shaping our experience of suffering. Thoughts possess the power to amplify or diminish our perception of pain. Left unchecked, the mind may spiral into woes, creating narratives that intensify suffering. Through cultivating awareness, and exerting control over thought processes, we transform suffering into wisdom. Engaging in practices like journaling, meditation, and cognitive reframing, we train ourselves to identify and challenge destructive thoughts. In doing so, we empower ourselves to move from a state of suffering to one of understanding and acceptance. This does not suggest that thoughts can banish suffering entirely, but rather that consciously guiding our mental landscapes aids in managing suffering's impact on our lives. The difference lies in being swept away by currents of distress versus observing with compassion and curiosity from the riverbank. Through this practice, we create space for new insights to emerge, allowing suffering to illuminate truths otherwise hidden. By cultivating our thoughts with discipline, we craft an environment fostering resilience, courage, and ultimately, our capacity to transcend suffering. Our identities become entwined with narratives of suffering, providing comfort in defining ourselves through struggle. Yet, such attachment limits our potential for growth. Disentangling from the attachment to victimhood or martyrdom requires self-reflection and a conscious effort to redefine our sense of self. Embracing impermanence allows the transformation of suffering into a force for change. Like a tree growing toward the light, reaching beyond its scars, we too must seek the light within, acknowledging our capacity to evolve beyond pain. The process of untangling identity from suffering involves recognizing the roles adopted in response to pain and consciously choosing empowering narratives. Through observation, curiosity, and identifying limiting beliefs, we shift from confinement to exploration of potential. This perspective fosters a fluid sense of self that embraces life's inevitabilities, change, and growth. The journey requires courage and patience, yet relinquishing attachment to suffering opens space for new possibilities and a deepened understanding of potential. Inner silence serves as a refuge amidst chaos, a sacred space to return to our essence, a sanctuary from suffering's noise. This silence does not equate to the absence of thought or feeling, but instead represents a tranquil state that promotes observation over reaction. Cultivating inner silence through meditation, mindfulness, or prayer reconnects us with the observer within. In stillness, clarity and peace emerge, allowing us to witness pain with detachment and compassion, transforming our perception of suffering into one of growth. This practice invites full sensory engagement, fostering presence amid intense emotion. Quieting the mind creates space for insight, allowing intuition and wisdom to guide responses to suffering. In this manner, inner silence becomes a source of strength to draw from when faced with life's challenges. Integrating this practice plants seeds of resilience deep within consciousness, empowering us to endure trials with grace and equanimity. Detachment embodies the art of remaining unattached to outcomes, people, or circumstances, a form of inner freedom enabling us to journey through suffering unencumbered. In Stoic philosophy, detachment is not an absence of emotion, but a commitment to observe feelings without domination. Acceptance of impermanence and peace within life's flux characterizes this practice. Detachment helps distinguish between what we can control and what lies beyond influence, allowing focus on meaningful efforts. Detachment liberates from expectations' chains and cultivates resilience by fostering inner stability amid life's vicissitudes. This state allows authentic engagement with the world, creating relationships grounded in understanding over possession. Ultimately, detachment is a pathway to inner liberty, leading to deeper engagement with life, embracing suffering as an integral journey component rather than a detour. Mindfulness is a tool on the journey of recognizing ourselves beyond suffering. Practicing mindfulness develops present moment awareness, observing thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations without judgment. This creates space where suffering is experienced without engulfing identity. Regular mindfulness cultivates equanimity, enabling graceful endurance. Through mindfulness, we gain insight into the intricate relationship between thoughts and emotions. Within this insight lies freedom, the space to choose responses to challenges. Attending to internal dialogues creates opportunities for reflection and growth, freeing us from suffering's heaviness. Mindfulness encourages presence, granting clarity and compassion during difficulty, nurturing inner balance, and recognizing suffering's transitory nature to transform it into wisdom and strength. Compassion is a balm for suffering, offering solace for ourselves and those we encounter. Extending compassion to ourselves dulls suffering's sting, recognizing humanity and fostering self-kindness. This self-compassion creates space for introspection and growth, shifting perspectives from self-pity to self-love. Acknowledging shared suffering cultivates empathy, understanding others' pain. Infusing interactions with compassion fosters deeper, supportive connections. Genuine compassion grants strength to hold space for others' pain without overwhelm, creating ripples of collective healing. Extending compassion outward reinforces it within, transforming suffering into connection, growth, and resilience. Practicing compassion reveals suffering as intrinsic to life, but not definitional. It is our loving response that shapes our path. Purpose guides us through complexities of suffering toward transcendence, illuminating a path of meaning and fulfillment. Aligned with purpose, suffering transmutes into growth impetus. Identifying a higher calling contextualizes suffering within life's larger narrative, fostering resilience and fortitude. Purpose encourages stepping beyond personal suffering to engage with the world meaningfully. Using experiences to serve others transforms suffering into positive change, a shared human experience. Pursuing purpose transcends suffering, creating connections greater than ourselves. This alignment nurtures inner peace and empowers us to face challenges courageously. Impermanence of suffering is liberating, inviting release of constraining narratives. Accepting suffering's transience frees us, allowing life's natural rhythms to flow. Acceptance transforms perception of experiences as ephemeral moments within existence's broader tapestry. Acknowledging impermanence fosters patience and humility, encouraging gentleness during difficulty. Approaching suffering with curiosity and openness reveals opportunities for growth and transformation. Embracing life's ephemerality aligns us with transformation, resilience, and gratitude for imparted lessons. Engaging suffering this way reduces its control over life, paving a path to healing and self-awareness beyond momentary discomfort. Suffering exists alongside joy, love, and peace, a duality defining human experience. Embracing this duality honors life's full spectrum, recognizing interdependence of contrasting feelings. Capacity for deep emotion allows profound joy and fulfillment. The duality enriches existence through dynamic interplay. Accepting duality invites appreciation of life's cyclical nature, suffering juxtaposed against grace and beauty. This understanding encourages acceptance of life's unpredictable dance, holding space for both ends. Embracing duality cultivates balance, celebrating life's entirety, and acknowledging tension of opposites as gateways to truth and growth. Adversity, while unwelcome, bears wisdom seeds. It challenges limitations and uncovers latent strength. Navigating suffering refines character, developing resilience and clarity. Adversity's wisdom is life's valuable teacher, guiding toward empathy, humility, and understanding. Embracing suffering for growth reveals insights shaping and guiding lives. Through adversity, perseverance and adaptability are honed, extending beyond distress into all being aspects. Stoics valued facing adversity with resolve, recognizing virtuous invitations. Lessons integrated from adversity transform it into self-improvement and evolution catalysts. Seeking wisdom within suffering unlocks potentials, transcending limitations and redefining living. Non-attachment is key in discovering we are not our suffering. It invites full life engagement without undue outcome, relationship, or identity clinging. Releasing attachment creates liberation space, breaking cycles of suffering and disappointment. Letting go is not disinterest, but engagement, accepting life as is. Practicing non-attachment involves mindfulness and self-awareness, observing desire and aversion's transient nature. Recognizing projected self-worth onto externality redirects energy inward. Non-attachment fosters inner peace, navigating suffering with clarity and grace. By embracing non-attachment, we align with life's natural flow, finding freedom in impermanence's acceptance, recognizing enduring essence. Emotional resilience is the ability to navigate suffering's landscape with composure. It is presence of mind to endure gracefully, cultivating resilience through practices like mindfulness, self-reflection, and emotion regulation. This strengthens foundations for meeting challenges with determination. Building resilience deepens understanding of triggers and responses, providing insight for shifting habitual patterns toward healthier coping mechanisms. It allows pain engagement without feeling lost, learning from suffering instead. This resilience is a strength source, navigating life's struggles with acceptance and transformation, leading to suffering that enhances inherent potential. Acceptance is crucial for healing, building resilience when facing suffering. Accepting circumstances without resistance or denial creates transformation space. Acceptance embodies reality acknowledgement, allowing progress with clarity. It invites releasing unnecessary struggle, focusing on growth. Acceptance enables coexistence with discomfort, letting suffering be part of experience, not identity. It fosters healing space, empowering constructive engagement. Embracing the present, freedom arises to grow beyond pain, uncovering wisdom and meaningful change. Acceptance paves pathways for inner peace, transforming resilience and realizing authentic selves beyond suffering. Equanimity is calmness midst chaos, maintaining balance amidst life's storms. It is steadiness when facing suffering without destabilization. Cultivating equanimity requires intention and practice, nurturing inner stability essential for resilience. Equanimity enables suffering response with clarity and compassion, transforming distress into growth opportunities. It empowers presence amid challenges, fostering peace beyond experiences. This inner serenity allows courageous life engagement, navigating trials with unwavering composure. Suffering serves as a self-discovery portal, inviting inner exploration. It confronts limitations, guiding authenticity. This journey requires vulnerability, confronting shadows, and embracing truths revealed. Through reflection, complexities are navigated, uncovering understanding for growth. This journey recognizes suffering as awakening catalyst, revealing hidden insights. Embracing openness enriches life with meaning and connection. Self-awareness transcends suffering's limitations, revealing potential depths and human beauty. Discovering through suffering empowers authentic living, recognizing that we are authors of unfolding narrative. Suffering often feels isolating, as if pain isolates us from others. Yet recognizing suffering's universality connects us to wider humanity. Shifting perspective from isolation to connection opens collective healing potential. Recognizing shared humanity fosters empathy, moving beyond suffering confines. Seeking connection reveals solace in shared suffering, inspiring outreach, story sharing, and meaningful engagement. This transformation makes suffering a community force, creating healing environments. Collective empathy makes suffering a shared journey, weaving strength and resilience networks. Embracing connection honors individual value, recognizing intersection of paths in profound ways. Gratitude counters suffering, shifting focus from scarcity to abundance. Cultivating gratitude nurtures a mindset, embracing life's gifts, finding joy amid suffering. It appreciates adversity's lessons, discovering blessings within challenges. Gratitude engenders wholehearted life engagement, recognizing existence's beauty amidst complexity. Integrating gratitude fosters resilience, promoting acceptance and appreciation. Mindset bridging suffering and joy navigates life's highs and lows with grace. Embracing gratitude unlocks transformative potential, aligning life enriched by wisdom and peace. Fear and uncertainty accompany suffering, intensifying its impact. Facing them courageously transforms them into growth opportunities. Stoic teachings remind us fear is natural, not immutable. Perception reframing shifts relationship with it. Cultivating mindfulness builds capacity to confront fears with clarity. Embracing fear as a teacher reveals hidden strengths and insights. Examining fear's root deepens self-understanding, illuminating growth areas. This practice engages uncertainty with curiosity, empowering the unknown as adventure, not threat. Facing fear opens a space where suffering loses its grip, transcending its limitations. In the serene pursuit of an unblemished existence, we often envision a life untouched by adversity or heartache, a tranquil journey devoid of suffering's sting. Yet, this is a fallacy disentangled only through the wisdom of Stoicism, which teaches us that struggle is an intrinsic part of the human tapestry. By acknowledging the universality of suffering, we embark on a path that the Stoics themselves embraced, grounding us in the shared nature of our vulnerabilities and strengths. The storied lives of ancient emperors and revered sages impart the timeless truth that no power or privilege can shield one from life's trials. Marcus Aurelius, known for his philosophical reflections, ruled an empire, yet faced the very losses and betrayals that haunt all of humanity. His meditations reveal a ruler confronting existential questions, illustrating that no status guarantees exemption from pain. Such narratives dismantle the myth of an unbroken life, portraying suffering as a universal thread intricately woven into every human story. An equalizer, stripping away distinctions and unveiling our common humanity. The myth of the unbroken life creates unrealistic ideals and expectations, robbing us of the profound growth derived from life's inherent challenges. Suffering, in its many forms, becomes a catalyst for connection and wisdom, allowing us to traverse the landscape of our shared existence with humility and empathy. It invites us to view our scars not as blemishes, but as badges of a life truly lived, resonating with the dignity and courage that accompany the acceptance of our journey. With each scar, we find lessons of resilience woven into the fabric of our being, teaching us the beauty of vulnerability and the strength that emerges from embracing our imperfections. In today's world, the illusion of a perfect life is perpetuated by social media and idealized portrayals, crafting unattainable benchmarks that breed discontentment. By comparing our lived experiences to these sanitized narratives, we ensnare ourselves in the endless pursuit of an ideal that does not exist. This cultural fixation blinds us from seeing the authentic richness spread across the spectrum of our imperfect lives. Only by liberating ourselves from this cycle of dissonance can we embrace life's true beauty, a beauty found in its ebb and flow, in its complexities and challenges. The embrace of life's imperfections fosters resilience, a quality not reserved for those naturally strong, but cultivated through facing adversities with open arms. Like a tree growing sturdier by weathering storms, the human spirit gains strength each time it bends, but does not break. Resilience becomes a reflection of inner fortitude, profoundly shaping the course of human experience. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, it is viewed as one of the most virtuous gifts, enabling us to meet life's inevitable storms with grace and steadfastness. By perceiving adversity through a lens of possibility rather than barrier, we undergo a transformative shift, viewing suffering not as a deterrent, but as a stepping stone toward enlightenment. This paradigm shift unlocks the opportunity for profound personal evolution, allowing us to navigate the journey of life with indefatigable spirit and courage. In embracing our collective vulnerability, we foster a tapestry of shared experience, transcending the illusion of separation and infusing our lives with purpose, resilience, and authentic human connection. Contrary to the myth of an unbroken existence, expressing vulnerability is not a weakness but a courageous affirmation of genuine selfhood. By revealing our fears and uncertainties, we tear down the walls separating us from true connection, enabling us to reveal the full range of our emotions. Stoicism teaches us that vulnerability is the pathway to genuine strength, for mastery over our emotions begins only when we confront them openly. Our admissions of vulnerability inspire empathy and understanding, creating a foundation for profound and honest relationships. When we welcome the opportunity to share our burdens with one another, we cultivate bonds of empathy, recognition, and shared strength. Through this tapestry of communal resilience, we witness the transformative power of human connection, drawing upon the collective wisdom embedded within our shared paths. Embracing modern community, born anew from ancient truths, assures each of us that we need not face adversity alone, for in unity, we transcend the myth of an unbroken life. The stories of those who have transcended the myth, emerging with newfound clarity and strength, inspire and enlighten us to the ways in which suffering catalyzes transformation. These narratives reveal how adversity can illuminate our authentic values, guiding us toward purpose-driven living. In examining our wounds without judgment, we glean insights that shape our character and enrich our journey, understanding that our scars bear witness to our resilience. Throughout this alchemical process of emotional engagement, suffering becomes the crucible of self-discovery, revealing hidden beauty and wisdom across the spectrum of our lives. With each challenge faced, we approach adversities with grace, empowered by the knowledge that our limitations unveil a reservoir of resilience and growth. We come to recognize that pain becomes a catalyst for personal evolution, opening doors to new strength and freedom on the other side of struggle. The notion of perfection often hinders our journey toward genuine satisfaction and joy, acting as an impediment to embracing the fullness of the human experience. By striving for flawlessness, we negate the richness that accompanies life's imperfections. Yet by letting go of such pursuits, we nurture self-compassion and genuine fulfillment, acknowledging our humanity with understanding. This releases us from unattainable ideals, allowing grace to permeate our journey toward authenticity and inner fortitude. Stoic contemplation encourages engagement with the discomfort of life's truths, fostering resilience and emotional maturity. By reflecting on the impermanence of our experiences, we deepen our appreciation for each moment, releasing attachments and embracing life's ebbing flow. Embracing the truths that underpin our existence equips us with the fortitude to navigate challenges with dignity. Through this understanding, we forge a life defined by serenity, cultivating enduring wisdom amid the transience of our world. The recognition of scarcity and abundance unveils a balanced perspective, enriching our experience of human existence. Scarcity impels us to cherish moments and opportunities, while abundance nurtures gratitude and appreciation. This recognition enables a mindset of balance, allowing us to traverse life's fluctuations with equanimity and grace. The interplay between these forces illuminates the beauty of a fulfilled life, traversing myth with recognition of life's cyclical rhythm and its embedded lessons. Gratitude emerges as a guiding light, enabling us to navigate life's imperfections with joy and fortitude. By cultivating gratitude, we learn to celebrate even the most trying times, cherishing lessons and beauty within each moment. Gratitude shifts focus from expectation to appreciation, expanding our capacity for resilience and hope. Through this lens, we navigate the terrain of imperfection with grace and enduring thanksgiving. In acknowledging the myth's unbreakable spirit, we transcend its limitations and align with life's deeper calling. Recognizing suffering as a crucible for self-discovery empowers us to forge meaning amidst pain, unearthing our unique contribution to the world. The strength we draw from this alignment illuminates our journey toward purpose, demonstrating that suffering, when approached intentionally, guides us toward authenticity and profound transformation. Grief, viewed not as an adversary but a teacher, presents us with opportunities for healing and transformation. By releasing the need to suppress our grief, we uncover the lessons it imparts, expanding our capacity for empathy and connection. Through surrender, we embrace the full spectrum of human emotion, discovering a reservoir of resilience and compassion. The tenderness of grief reveals the profound wisdom contained in acknowledging love, loss, and the fragile beauty of existence. As an era glorifying strength, embracing weakness feels counterintuitive. But Stoicism invites us to recognize that true strength emerges from integrating the whole of our being. Our honest acknowledgement of weakness reveals the paradoxical strength that acceptance brings. This empathy breeds humility, fostering growth and encouraging exchange with others. Our collective humanity invites the discovery of deep, abiding strength woven through weaknesses and strengths alike. Nature serves as our guide, offering lessons of resilience and adaptability. The movement of the natural world illustrates that adversity invites growth, transformation, and perpetual renewal. Observing nature's relentless resilience offers a template for navigating life's challenges, grounding us in dynamic harmony amid constant change. Nature's steadfast adaptability emerges as an example of rich fortitude and enduring wisdom. The noble pursuit of inner fortitude transcends the myth of the unbroken life, converging strength, resilience, and wisdom. By embracing challenges and aligning with life's natural rhythms, we cultivate a spirit sturdy enough to withstand its trials. Each adversity faced enables us to inspire others, lighting the way toward genuine connection, grace, and authenticity. The pursuit of inner fortitude leads us towards growth, affirming beauty and strength within the human experience, unraveling the myth for all who seek wisdom in their journey. In the vast tapestry of human existence, endurance often emerges as a graceful engagement with life's unpredictable rhythms. Within both Stoic and philosophical contexts, endurance is not a sheer persistence through adversity, nor is it a muscular rigidity against hardship. Instead, it embodies a dance with existence, a harmonious acceptance of both struggle and serenity. Here, the ancient Stoics provide a window into endurance not as a battle to be won, but as an elegant acceptance of life's essence. It's not about how long you can hold on, but how gently you can embrace discomfort, allowing it to refine rather than embitter you. In the quiet alchemy of endurance, raw experience is converted into refined wisdom, the very self undergoing transmutation in life's crucible. Such transformation is neither automatic nor effortless. It demands conscious effort and profound introspection. As we move through challenges, we encounter our vulnerabilities and strengths, our fears and aspirations. This journey is deeply personal, yet universally human, echoing the teachings of sages and philosophers from antiquity to the present. Endurance becomes the forge in which ego melts away, humility rises, and compassion blossoms from entrenched weakness. The endurance journey reveals lessons on humility, a path from ego-driven ambition to humility-rooted wisdom. Ego, in its endless quest for control and recognition, blinds us to adversity's lessons. Through endurance, we shift from self-centered ambition to wisdom anchored in humility, learning the limits of our own power. We are urged to let go of the facade of invincibility and embrace our shared vulnerabilities, finding strength not in arrogance, but in openness. Humility, the quiet acknowledgement of our limitations, becomes the foundation of genuine connection, opening us to the world and transforming our interactions. An often unacknowledged companion on this path is fear, a vilified yet potent emotion that holds the potential for profound transformation. When life presents challenges, fear surfaces as an intuitive response, guarding against perceived threats. But in the alchemy of endurance, fear becomes a catalyst for focus rather than a source of paralysis. Facing fear with courage and reason, it offers an opportunity to cultivate attention to what truly matters. Fear, acknowledged and embraced, sharpens our focus, propelling us toward growth and compelling us to direct energy toward meaningful action. This shift captures the essence of resilience, turning endurance from an act of survival into an engagement with life's unfolding narrative. As endurance reveals vulnerabilities, it invites us to embrace them as pathways to compassion and empathy. Rather than perceiving weakness as flaws, we begin to recognize them as fundamental aspects of shared humanity. By embracing fragility, endurance opens our hearts to the suffering of others, deepening our capacity for empathy. This transformation from inward to outward connection creates ripples of understanding and kindness, extending far beyond individual experience. Compassion guides us to transform pain into healing, binding humanity in a shared journey. This wisdom of endurance is not confined to the ancient world. It remains profoundly relevant today. Stoic principles of inner resilience offer a grounding framework for modern existence, marked by rapid change and uncertainty. Beyond Stoicism, the art of endurance weaves through diverse philosophical and spiritual traditions, from Buddhism's teachings on suffering to existentialism's focus on personal responsibility. These teachings emphasize enduring life's challenges with grace and integrity, honoring the transformative potential that lies within every hardship. Reflection stands as an integral aspect of endurance, offering space for inner exploration and growth. In moments of hardship, reflection transforms immediate reactions into thoughtful responses, allowing us to examine thoughts, emotions, and actions with clarity. Through this practice, we uncover patterns shaping our experience and identify areas for change. Reflection is an active engagement with the self, demanding honesty and openness. This process aligns with philosophical traditions of knowing oneself, deepening our understanding of who we are and who we can become. Hope emerges as a guiding light in enduring life's storms, providing energy to persevere. In suffering, hope acknowledges pain while holding on to the belief in change and healing. The Stoics, too, emphasize maintaining hope through the understanding that while external events are uncontrollable, we can choose our response. Hope becomes a dynamic force, inspiring resilience and fueling the transformative potential of suffering into meaningful action. At the heart of endurance lies resilience, the quality that enables us to withstand adversity and emerge strengthened. This inner fortitude is cultivated through practice as we adapt to life's challenges with grace. Developing resilience is a lifelong journey, one requiring patience, an embrace of change, and recognition that growth often arises from adversity. With resilience, we equip ourselves with the tools needed to endure with integrity, transforming suffering into empowerment. There is profound beauty in enduring gracefully, a quiet strength that speaks to the resilience of the human spirit. This elegance is captured in Stoic philosophy, emphasizing equanimity amidst adversity. Graceful endurance emerges from deep acceptance of life's impermanence, allowing us to release attachment to outcomes and live fully in the present. Through grace, endurance inspires others, revealing beauty and strength within hardships and fostering connection. A crucial component of endurance, often misunderstood, is the balance of holding on and letting go. While endurance implies persistence through adversity, wisdom involves knowing when to release what no longer serves. Letting go is not about giving up, but embracing life's flow with trust. The Stoics guided us to discern what is within our control, understanding the balance that honors both tenacity and surrender. This balance teaches us to navigate life with wisdom and flexibility, turning endurance into a blend of strength and grace. Endurance, embraced as a path of personal growth, leads to the cultivation of profound inner strength. Not about physical prowess, this strength arises from facing challenges with resilience and grace. It demands self-reflection, confronting fears and turning them into opportunities for empowerment. With inner strength, we align actions with values, fostering a sense of purpose that fuels forward movement. Mindfulness serves as a powerful tool, engaging with life's challenges with clarity. In suffering, mindfulness encourages focus on the present, observing thoughts and emotions without judgment. This practice fosters peace amidst chaos, enabling graceful movement through challenges. Through mindfulness, we transform suffering into wisdom, guided by an inner calm reflecting endurance's strength. Perspective holds transformative power, shaping our understanding and responses to life's challenges. The Stoics taught that perception can redefine experiences, transforming adversity into opportunity for growth. Perspective expands our understanding, connecting us to shared humanity and recognizing interdependence. With this shift, endurance becomes a path of transformation, empowered by wisdom and integrity. Gratitude, another alchemical agent, transforms suffering into insight and joy. By choosing gratitude, we shift focus from lack to presence, uncovering blessings within challenges. This practice celebrates resilience, allowing us to endure with grace. Gratitude deepens connection and appreciation, transforming personal growth and fostering ease in navigating complexities. Endurance encompasses the interplay of acceptance and change, balancing stability and transformation. Acceptance acknowledges the present, creating space for genuine change. Change, when rooted in acceptance, propels growth. Embracing this balance teaches us to navigate life with grace, grounding us in the present while open to future possibilities. Community plays a vital role in endurance, offering support and connection. The presence of others on our journey offers comfort and inspiration, reminding us of shared experiences. In community, we find strength in vulnerability, aligning individual journeys with the greater tapestry of life. This collective resilience empowers us to face challenges with hope and determination. Faith serves as a powerful ally, offering foundation in belief and trust. Whether religious or philosophical, faith provides purpose and meaning amidst uncertainty. It encourages navigating challenges with courage, aligning with inner virtue. Faith offers a perspective that embraces suffering as a catalyst for growth, inviting trust in life's unfolding. Endurance invites the embrace of vulnerability as strength rather than weakness. Vulnerability allows us to experience life authentically, transforming limitations into growth. Acknowledging frailty fosters compassion and deep connection, empowering us to live with courage. By honoring vulnerabilities, we create space for transformation, recognizing imperfection as a pathway to wholeness. The alchemy of endurance is a journey turning darkness into light, suffering into wisdom, and adversity into strength. Embracing pain as a catalyst for growth, this journey navigates life's challenges with grace. The transformation aligns with philosophical teachings, reflecting shared human experiences of overcoming struggle. Through endurance, we become architects of our lives, capable of transforming hardships into sources of strength and wisdom. Ancient teachings on endurance offer timeless insights resonating within human experience. From Stoics to Eastern philosophies, they emphasize enduring challenges with grace. Grounded in these principles, we cultivate deeper understanding and empower ourselves to navigate life with wisdom. These teachings encourage embracing uncertainty as transformation's opportunity, aligning our lives with higher visions of potential. Transcending suffering represents the ultimate goal of endurance, integrating pain into growth and empowerment. It's not about escaping pain, but transforming it into wisdom, entering states of inner peace. This journey embraces a full spectrum of experience, aligning life with higher potential. Transcendence guides life beyond personal struggle, celebrating life's transformative power. Within endurance lies a personal exploration of the self, a journey as much inward as outward. This is a path of discovery, turning challenges into learning opportunities, transforming life's narrative into a tapestry of growth, compassion, and profound understanding. In enduring well, we find not mere survival, but an alchemical journey toward enlightenment. Voluntary hardship presents itself as a paradox, a conscious choice to encounter discomfort rather than flee from it. This practice, rooted deeply in Stoic philosophy, becomes an intentional act of embracing adversity to strengthen the spirit against life's inevitable storms. This is not born of masochism or self-imposed punishment, but rather a strategic alignment with the philosophy that comfort can breed complacency, while adversity sows resilience. In willingly choosing discomfort, we rehearse for life's unavoidable trials, molding our minds to confront greater challenges with equanimity. The ancients were acutely aware that an unchallenged life leads to a spiritual fragility, not fulfillment. By opting for voluntary hardship, one enters the cold embrace of discomfort, akin to a blacksmith placing metal into a flame. It is within this crucible of self-chosen struggles that the ego and fear burn away, leaving behind a refined, resilient soul. This anticipatory practice is about facing smaller difficulties with courage, so that when larger storms arrive, we stand prepared, not shaken. A Stoic mindset does not emerge from mere passive absorption of philosophical texts. It flourishes through active engagement with principles, with voluntary hardship as the medium for such practice. By placing oneself intentionally in situations of minor discomfort, fasting, physical exertion, solitude, a Stoic separates the self from external conditions, fostering a mental resilience that teaches detachment from momentary physical or emotional states. Just as in training for a marathon, where each step teaches perseverance beyond fatigue, practicing voluntary hardship builds an inner resilience that tempers the instinct to flee when adversity strikes. It becomes a rehearsal for reality, where trivialities no longer provoke disproportionate despair. Beyond mere endurance, this practice evolves into acceptance, nurturing an understanding that hardship is not an anomaly, but an integral aspect of existence. In the art of anticipation, the Stoics practiced a preparation for life's unpredictable shifts, embodying this art via voluntary hardship. By simulating adversity before it occurs, discomfort becomes familiar rather than surprising, encouraging us to approach challenging tasks deliberately without necessity. This familiarity with resistance diminishes its power to unnerve, ensuring we anticipate rather than fear life's trials. Voluntary hardship acts as a mirror, reflecting the soul's true essence, hidden beneath daily life's comforts. It strips away external layers, revealing the raw core of being. Accepting small adversities, we confront our authentic selves, unveiling impatience in fasting or restlessness in solitude. These encounters invite introspection, offering insights into who we are when untethered from life's superficialities. This reflective process, through discomfort, exposes both vulnerabilities and strengths. It unveils our attachments, revealing dependencies that no longer serve our growth, while also uncovering resilience in places unexamined. This honesty is neither kind nor cruel, but offers a perspective on where we stand on our journey. By recognizing these reflections, we align more closely with the virtuous path of Stoicism, fostering growth over stagnation. Repetition stands as a foundational principle in any training protocol, equally applicable to developing resilience. Voluntary hardship relies on repeated exposure to adversity, forging an unyielding spirit through each planned encounter with discomfort. Like an athlete's workout, each instance strengthens mental fortitude, making discomfort more manageable, paving the path for significant transformations. With repetition, the mind learns to traverse discomfort with grace, the initial tension subsiding with familiarity. Mental resilience forms, akin to muscle memory, recognizing patterns and adapting swiftly. This habitual engagement ensures that when larger trials manifest, one's response is calm composure rather than panic or retreat, transforming hardship into an exercise in grace. Perspective, the lens through which we interpret life's events, shapes our experiences. Voluntary hardship shifts this lens, transforming discomfort from an impediment to an instructive ally. This change is central to embracing voluntary adversity, understanding that the unbearable is often defined by perception rather than inherent difficulty. By shifting perspective, discomfort is seen as a transient state, offering lessons rather than continued suffering. Stoic teachings affirm the malleability of perception, suggesting we redefine our relationship with hardship. Through voluntary practice, discomfort ceases to be daunting, becoming a source of learning. Pain, when viewed as an opportunity for growth rather than distress, loses its oppressive hold. This transition encourages approaching adversity with curiosity and openness, turning emotional reactions into measured responses. Fear, powerful yet often paralyzing, thrives in the unknown. Voluntary hardship counters fear's grip, serving as exposure therapy where one repeatedly faces fears until they diminish. By engaging with discomfort, we confront fears not as victims, but as resilient individuals, each encounter revealing fear's illusory nature, displaying that threats are primarily anticipatory rather than real. Confronting fear through voluntary hardship dismantles anxiety's hold, exposing the enormity granted to fear by our minds. Sadness, loneliness, and physical pain all become less daunting when faced rather than avoided. Each session of exposure strips fear of grandeur, demystifying it through voluntary scrutiny, transforming darkness into illuminated understanding. Routine wields an unspoken power that structures life amidst chaos. In voluntary hardship, routine becomes a vessel for discipline, a daily ritual embodying the willingness to endure discomfort for greater good. Incorporating hardship into daily rhythm forges discipline, strengthening the mind as consistently as a river carves canyons, building resilience against life's unpredictability. Embedding routine in voluntary hardship fosters consistent discipline, ensuring minor difficulties no longer disrupt our peace. Habitual engagement with hardship turns it into an art form, a testament to our capacity to endure, adapt, and fortify amidst life's storms, creating a routine that becomes second nature, reinforcing resilience against the capriciousness of fate. The comfort zone is a sought-after sanctuary, but limits growth potential. Voluntary hardship beckons us to stretch our limits beyond comfort, each instance not just a test, but an opportunity for expansion. This challenge recalibrates what we perceive as manageable, extending our life's tolerable zone. By confronting discomfort, we redefine comfort zone boundaries, melding them with each voluntary challenge. This expansion encompasses more than enduring. It embraces living, inviting richer experiences and broader growth opportunities. Stepping outside these confines unlocks potential, reducing fear and expanding freedom. Embracing voluntary hardship exposes vulnerability, twice shunned by a world exalting strength. Yet within vulnerability lies the paradoxical courage to face discomfort intentionally. This transparency of exposing perceived limits asserts inner fortitude, acknowledging that embracing fractures transforms them into growth opportunities. Voluntary engagement with hardship reveals that strength lies equally in accepting one's capacity to be affected as it does in resistance. This courage transforms vulnerability into fortitude, navigating voluntary struggles with grace, embraced not as an anchor, but as wings, propelling us toward authenticity and resilience. Discomfort, voluntarily embraced, becomes a profound teacher. Offering lessons in patience and adaptability, its wisdom lies hidden in experiences, inviting an open engagement. Voluntary hardship transforms discomfort from punisher to sage, imparting life's truths through experience. This engagement involves answering discomfort's probing questions about desires, patience, and limits. The insights gained refine character, guiding us not by avoidance, but through wisdom of intentional engagement with life's challenges, each difficult moment a dialogue with self-uncovering hidden truths in prosperity. Within voluntary hardship's scope, success and failure are redefined. Success is not absence of adversity, nor failure equated with discomfort. Instead, success is the spirit willing to engage with hardship, harvesting wisdom regardless of adversity faced, understanding the journey's value regardless of outcome. Failure loses its sting, becoming a necessary teacher offering resilience and growth insights. True failure lies in refusal to engage, avoiding hardship, and fearing discomfort. By redefining success and failure, chosen adversities become potential explorations rather than obstacles where each stumble signifies strength. Detachment, a Stoic central tenet, flourishes in the practice of voluntary hardship. Immersed in controlled discomfort, one practices the art of letting go of desires and fear, creating peace untethered from external conditions. This recognition fosters liberty, untethering oneself from circumstantial shackles. Voluntary hardship reveals life as experiences to embrace rather than avoid, finding joy in simplicity and contentment in discomfort. By relinquishing constant comfort, the inner world achieves independence from external unpredictability, establishing tranquility amid chaos, a foundation for peace. Crafting a philosophy of suffering recognizes pain as a significant life informer. Through voluntary hardship, this philosophy is enacted as an acceptance of pain's role. Pain becomes a powerful teaching opportunity, appreciated for its value in life's narrative, embraced rather than escaped. By embodying this philosophy in hardship, one understands suffering's story, where bitterness recedes and resilience emerges. Embracing voluntary hardship's philosophy acknowledges suffering not as enemy, but wisdom's vehicle, shifting avoidance to acceptance and transcendence's resistance toward enlightenment. Voluntary hardship provides a ritualized resilience cultivation framework, creating sacred space for training endurance with grace. Regular discomfort immersions foster resilience as an acquired strength, growing with each practice, infusing intention, alignment, and transformation in adversity. This practice transcends habit, marking growth milestones in spirit's strengthening journey. Rituals testify our endurance and growth capacity, nurturing unwavering strength amidst adversity's sacred marks, unveiling resilience's depths in life's unpredictability, and fostering courage and clarity. Voluntary hardship uncovers the mind-body interplay, where chosen hardships highlight their cooperation. The body empowers mental clarity, creating a tangible suffering experience, while the mind grants endurance, inspiring actions guided by philosophical wisdom. Both mind and body, realizing their interconnectedness, embrace voluntary hardship's balance, nurturing harmonious coherence and fostering resilience. Together, they navigate resonance's intricacies, uniting thought with experience, fortifying courage and alignment against life's adversity. Voluntary hardship aligns one with nature, melding routines to nature's wisdom. This practice sheds modern life's artifices, seeking authenticity beyond human constructs, where raw nature reveals humanity within its design, grounding self-awareness in nature's elements. Embracing nature through voluntary hardship restored serenity, rhythm, and wisdom to experiences. Rain-soaked walks, star-filled nights showcase detachment from life's frills, fostering resonance in simplicity and grounding peace amid nature's resilience and beauty. Voluntary hardship serves as life's storm rehearsal, preparing us through resolve testing within controlled environments. This practice fosters understanding and preparation, creating empowerment tools from adversity, transforming preparation into empowerment. Practicing hardship converts unexpected turmoil into practiced responses, transitioning fear to readiness. It doesn't diminish genuine suffering, but equips navigating life's turbulence with grace and resolve, ensuring life's waves are met not with fear, but confidence from knowing they've been faced before. Through voluntary hardship, the impermanence of pain becomes apparent, grounded in experience over theory. Each hardship visit demonstrates discomfort's transience, encouraging patience that endures through presence, seeking lessons in discomfort's fleeting nature. Accepting pain's temporality nurtures resilience with each voluntary hardship, emphasizing suffering as cycle-bound rather than eternal. Patience evolves as a gentle allowance rather than reluctant tolerance, acknowledging pain's whisper of fleetingness, reminding that darkness abates with time. Voluntary hardship cultivates patience, a romanticized virtue through deliberate discomfort. This patience is not born from irritation, but calm acceptance, practicing ease through gradual discomfort exposure, evolving patience into a nurturing force co-defined by endurance and serenity. By embracing patience, wider challenges are navigated with tranquility, fostering the beauty of reflection and understanding. Cultivated patience, an enduring ally, stands with us through trials, promoting acceptance and recognizing the beauty in life's gentle unfolding fabric as hardship becomes meditation. Silent strength emerges through voluntary hardship, the quiet assurance found in composed breath and steadfast steps. Silent strength isn't declared, but resides deeply, cultivated through remosaic adversities and quiet reflection, becoming guiding force during life's tumultuous moments. This strength quietly grows as hardship becomes coexistence practice, nurturing groundness through chosen adversity moments. Quiet force enshrines tranquility and courage, underscored by power unrecognized on the surface, yet profoundly illuminating life's challenges with dignity and grace. Voluntary simplicity, merged with hardship, forgoes excess for essentials, clearing life's path for clarity. This simplicity examines needs against desires, exposing life's authentic fulfillment within complexity, revealing hardship's simplicity can mean additional abundance. Simplicity within hardship orbits freedom, dispelling unnecessary for essence, aligning inner values with clarity. Voluntarily simplifying connects deeper, shedding existential clutter, creating space for gratitude. Engaging simplicity winds a path towards enriched focus, returning essentials and fullness. Voluntary hardship ushers in the dismantling of self-imposed limits, confronting constraints fueled by incapability fears. This conscious dismantling unveils our capacity when intentionally tested, revealing human potential beyond self-imposed narratives. Purposeful boundary crossing accelerates growth, recalibrating understanding towards abundance over scarcity. By challenging these limits, scarcity mindset shifts, showcasing expansive potential inherent in human nature, positioning voluntary hardship as a revelation of extraordinary self-discovery capabilities. A journey unfolds from suffering to serenity through voluntary hardship, defining chosen adversity's connection to inner peace. Paradox met. Peace is catalyzed not through avoidance, but embraced discomfort, revealing deeper rivers of equanimity mid-chaos. Serenity isn't absence, but presence, acceptance. Suffering unwinds into wisdom, where peace emerges, revealing voluntary hardship as a luminous truth, a lightness unveiling resilience as spiritual practice, intertwining transcendence's hesitancy with life's open embrace. In the vast canvas of human existence, suffering is a thread that weaves through the narrative of every life. The ancients knew, as we must understand, that while pain is an inevitable companion, the meaning we attach to it defines its impact upon us. A separation must be made between suffering that elevates and suffering that merely erodes. Through the lens of wisdom, such as that praised by Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, we find meaningful suffering, a teacher and not a tyrant. It offers revelations of self, nudging us toward a higher consciousness where purpose transforms adversity into opportunity. Without this quest for meaning, pain becomes a consuming void, a relentless drudgery that weighs down the spirit, thwarting potential growth. Our challenge is to forge or locate a profound context within our trials. Without a sense of purpose, suffering reduces one's existence to a sequence of aimless torments, blocking the path to personal evolution. Meaningful suffering, on the other hand, serves as a sculptor's tool, chiseling away the extraneous to reveal a refined self beneath. To survive and evolve, we must look deeply into our afflictions, translating the raw texture of our outward ordeals into an inner dialogue rich with insight. This is not merely about enduring, but about alchemizing suffering into a catalyst for development, understanding, and inner expansion. The contemplation of suffering has preoccupied the minds of philosophers and spiritual leaders across time. The Stoics recognized suffering as an unavoidable aspect of life, urging the adoption of a perspective grounded in wisdom and rationality to utilize it for self-betterment. Epicureans, while differing in their approach, acknowledged pain's presence in human experience and advocated rather for its resolution, aspiring toward a harmonious existence free from unnecessary distress. Eastern philosophies like Buddhism place suffering at the heart of their teaching, not as an aberration, but as an integral part of life, a force to be understood and transcended through awareness and acceptance. Suffering, therefore, is embraced not merely as a challenge, but as a teacher directing us towards enlightenment. These philosophies across cultures and epochs underscore a universal pursuit, the transformation of suffering into a source of wisdom and growth. This has been a cornerstone of human contemplation spurring individuals to walk their path of understanding, lighting the way with insights gleaned from their trials. Modern psychology, too, delves into the transformation from suffering to growth. Viktor Frankl's existential insights, honed in the crucible of the Holocaust, illustrate that even amidst profound despair, the quest for meaning erases nihilism, replacing it with purpose and potential. This search is not only therapeutic, but is a key to a fulfilling existence. In line with positive psychology, these perspectives reveal that purpose can significantly alter one's experience of suffering, turning even the darkest trials into opportunities for resilience and learning. Through contemporary studies, we learn that narratives imbued with meaning help navigate life's inherent trials as pathways of self-discovery, rather than dead ends of despair. Such psychological journeys illuminate how deeply the transformative power of purpose is embedded within us, guiding us through turmoil toward a more profound appreciation of our capabilities and essence. Contrasting this light, the absence of purpose turned suffering into an existential chasm. Jean-Paul Sartre and other existentialists articulate the dangers of a life lived in the shadows of such a void. They implore the individual to bravely construct meaning in a universe that seems indifferent. This view demands authenticity and mindful action from us, urging an intimate dialogue with one's own existential fears and desires. Within Sartre's existentialism lies the challenge of facing life's absurdity, turning away from empty despair to actively forge a path illuminated by purpose. Without such engagement, we risk languishing in apathy's grasp, where suffering becomes an isolating force rather than a connective and enlightening experience. Transformation through suffering is an active endeavor, requiring engagement with and introspection of these experiences. We must sculpt the raw marble of our trials into works of wisdom, each cut revealing facets of our potential and beauty. Patience and self-compassion stand central in this journey as we navigate the uncertainties inherent in growth, discovering deeper layers of our being with each obstacle surmounted. By reframing adversity as a powerful lesson rather than a mere setback, we expand our awareness, growing in understanding and empathy. Transformation becomes not an escape from suffering, but a reclaiming of its purpose, a repurposing of the chaos into clarity and progress. Spirituality and faith offer additional pathways through which suffering can be reframed and transcended. Across religious traditions, suffering is not only acknowledged, but revered as a conduit for spiritual elevation. In Christianity, the Passion of Christ is interpreted as a profound act of love, illustrating redemption through suffering. Hinduism aligns suffering with pathways through karma, essential for spiritual maturation. These paradigms place suffering in a sacred context, seen as an avenue of communion with the divine. Through spiritual perspectives, suffering integrates into the fabric of a higher plan, offering solace and a sense of participation in the unfolding of a grander narrative. By engaging in prayer, meditation, and reverence, individuals tap into strength and meaning that extend beyond the physical boundaries of their trials, finding purpose in the sense of universal belonging. Finding purpose is a deeply personal quest, necessitating a journey inward to uncover what matters most at a soul level. This exploration leads one towards values and aspirations that provide life's true significance. The path to personal purpose is often knotty, resisting easy discovery, yet it directs us away from transient pursuits toward abiding fulfillment. Questioning norms and embracing authentic longings involve uncovering desires that fuel our spirit and rejuvenate our purpose, and recontextualizing suffering as a pivotal force of realignment with our inner truths. While finding personal purpose helps reframe suffering within the tapestry of an individual's specific journey, community plays a complementary and crucial role. In the quiet desperation of despair, the echo of shared stories and communal support sheds new light upon our solitary struggles, transforming loneliness into collective catharsis. Through engagement in communal rituals and dialogue, we fortify our resolve, drawing from the wellspring of shared humanity. Through the eyes of others, we witness resilience, finding inspiration to confront and navigate our unique hardships. Community and shared vulnerability act as a mirror, reflecting myriad ways people have imbued suffering with meaning, motivating us to reinterpret our pain in the context of a larger whole. Embraced by a network of mutual understanding, no one suffers entirely alone. Together, we find strength and solidarity. In making sense of suffering, storytelling emerges as an age-old balm for the soul. Crafting our experiences into narratives allows us to articulate pain within a coherent framework, transforming chaos into prose. This poetic expression becomes a means of making the intangible tangible, inviting others to understand and wed their stories to ours. It is through storytelling that we pass on wisdom, participating in a timeless tradition of human expression. Through the shared narratives, a chorus of understanding forms, compassion grows, and the insights we unfold contribute to a continuum of lived experiences within humanity. As we guide suffering into the light of expression, we reclaim authority over the narrative, using storytelling as both a vehicle of catharsis and connection. Our voices mingle in this collective history, leaving an indelible mark upon the world. Reflection and meditation permit us the space in which suffering is tenderly unraveled, opening channels to engage with pain at its roots. In reflection, we cultivate an observing presence, allowing self-exploration to take precedence over self-condemnation, unveiling layers of insight that illuminate the path onward. Meditation, with gentle grace, draws us inward to realize truths hidden amidst the tumult. By attending to the subtleties of our internal landscapes, these practices untangle suffering's complexity, offering moments of clarity and coherence where change may germinate. As we turn inward, reflection and meditation nurture understanding, and with it, the potential for transformation, quietly aligning our suffering with the rhythm of life's broader narrative. In artistic expression, suffering discovers yet another transformative avenue. The raw energy of pain fuels artists to channel emotions into the creation of works that resonate deeply. Across mediums, the act of creation gives voice to the inexpressible, framing vulnerability with beauty. By embracing creativity, those who suffer initiate journeys into self-discovery, allowing artistic exploration to uncover insights that language alone cannot convey. Masterpieces born from hardship become enduring testaments to the resilience of the human spirit, each creation a step toward healing and understanding. Engaging with art in this way lends profound appreciation to the duality of tragedy and triumph, honoring both as essential parts of the human mosaic. The sacredness of suffering invites contemplation on pain as a revered component of life's pilgrimage. Instead of mere affliction, suffering becomes a crucible of transformation, imparting profound truths about human resilience and connection. Within this outlook, suffering is honored, its lessons inscribed upon the growing soul. Such a sacred perspective nurtures empathy and communion, connecting individual experiences to the cosmic dance of existence. Within this holier view, trials become not burdens alone, but shared opportunities for comprehension and transcendence, teaching us to cherish life's hidden strengths. At the intersection of suffering and growth lies a dynamic convergence where pain becomes a catalyst for inner evolution. Growth, when seeded within the crucible of suffering, invites us to go beyond mere endurance and discover new dimensions of our being. Here, suffering equips us with the fortitude to adapt, to let adversity illuminate unexplored capabilities and potential. This intersection reveals suffering as a formidable mentor, challenging us to rebuild ourselves while unlocking latent strengths. Within this sacred alchemy, adversities metamorphose into opportunities for deepening our understanding of self and universe, inviting a life imbued with growth and resilience. To cultivate resilience through suffering is a practice of intentional engagement, honing skills that empower perseverance in life's challenges. Mindfulness emerges as a bedrock, tethering us to the present and steadying us amidst distress. Gratitude provides a counterbalance, redirecting our gaze from pain toward acknowledgement and appreciation, bolstering hope and positivity. A growth mindset transforms setbacks into learning opportunities, nurturing resilience and adaptability in the face of adversity. Through these practices, we fortify the spirit, turning the tide of suffering into an ascending current, overcoming challenge with empowerment and poise. Self-compassion becomes essential in traversing suffering, offering a nourishing balm for wounds inflicted by internal critique. Extending kindness inward, we embrace suffering as part of the shared human condition, freeing ourselves and acknowledging our emotions as pathways to healing rather than barriers. Through self-compassion, suffering becomes an invitation to reflect gently upon our experience, providing clarity through resilience. Celebrating self-kindness tempers self-criticism, encouraging renewal and reawakening through pain, fostering pathways toward understanding and purpose. By recognizing suffering as a portal to expanded self-awareness, we embark on a profound journey exploring uncharted territories within. In confrontation with pain, we are encouraged to explore the introspective depths, examining beliefs, values, and priorities in pursuit of greater authenticity. Within suffering lies the possibility of enlightenment, guiding us to align with our true selves. Harnessing suffering as a tool of introspection, we uncover themes influencing our lives, gaining clarity where confusion held sway. Suffering then serves not as bondage, but as a beacon, illuminating paths of growth and discovery. Aligning suffering with personal values transforms the adversity into fertile soil for meaningful exploration. In redefining the relationship between trials and our core values, we shape our journey with intention, aligning suffering with greater purpose. This alignment invites a shift from dwelling upon the circumstances to exploring the values their lessons signify. Such introspective alignment charts a course through adversity, fostering a life steeped in significance and empowerment. By embedding suffering within the fabric of our values, we convert hardship into a grounding force on which to build purpose-laden existence. The poised vulnerability found amid suffering reveals itself as strength, unlocking doors to authenticity and connection. Embracing vulnerability invites honest interactions with ourselves and others, fostering deeper relationships and openness to growth. Our wounds, when laid bare, invite empathy and understanding from those around us. Through this lens, vulnerability becomes not a weakness, but a testament to resilience and authenticity, guiding us through adversity. From this strength, we draw the courage to confront the world openly, finding connectivity, a restoration in our journey through life. Even amidst life's turmoil, suffering instructs us in the value of life's simple and profound realities. In hardship, priorities clarify, revealing what truly holds sway upon our hearts and minds. Here, suffering invites a re-evaluation of our desires, directing awakening toward life's enduring and simple beauties. In the realm of life's trials, strength isn't merely the force against adversity, but an art of surrender, a profound wisdom found across Stoicism and other ancient teachings. Strength and surrender weave a paradoxical dance, where holding on and letting go become invitations to explore our inner depths. The Stoics recognized the duality, noting the futility of resisting immovable forces. Surrendering isn't passivity, but an embrace of wisdom. By letting go judiciously, we cultivate inner peace, accepting suffering as a perspective to be transformed. This understanding teaches us about our attachments, illuminating how our grasp on desires or past grievances often brings unnecessary pain. Through mindful detachment, we align ourselves with life's natural rhythm, conserving energy for battles worth our effort. Detachment does not imply numbness. Instead, it is the liberating art of recognizing the transience of worldly circumstances and internal states. Stoicism, Buddhism, and other wisdom traditions teach this as a practice that encourages compassionate engagement with life, balanced by the awareness of life's fleeting nature. Detachment empowers us to navigate life's ebbs and flows without being swept into the undertow, fostering clarity and resilience. Observing pain from a detached viewpoint prevents it from dominating or dictating our consciousness. It turns suffering into growth, transforming limitations into insights. Surrender is often feared as a sign of weakness in a culture valuing conquest, but spiritual traditions across time depict it as embodying ultimate strength, a recognition of life's inherent order. When surrendering, we entrust our lives to the journey's unfolding, assured that every twist and turn holds purpose for our growth. Cultivating trust in life's journey demands accepting uncertainty by relinquishing the illusion of control that often fuels our fears and amplifies pain. In yielding, we open ourselves to new possibilities, allowing unseen paths to guide us through suffering, toward resilience, not bound by resistance, but grounded in acceptance. To hold on wisely requires purpose and discernment. It is not about clinging out of fear, but maintaining a steadfast grip on what truly anchors us, values, truths, and commitments that steer us through tribulations. Purposeful holding reflects resilience, grounding our actions and decisions in alignment with our inner compass. This provides stability amid chaos and turns suffering into a vessel of growth, not despair. In choosing consciously what we hold dear, we ensure that our efforts cultivate a meaningful journey where struggles transform into stepping stones toward authenticity. Knowing when to let go is a dance of intuition and reflection. It requires ongoing self-awareness, listening to the whispers of intuition and lessons experiences teach us. Letting go is not about abandoning hope, but choosing to release what no longer serves our highest good. It involves grieving the loss of what we once held dearly, accepting the void it leaves behind. By releasing outdated beliefs and toxic ties, we create space for healing, allowing new opportunities to unfold. This conscious release is a testament to strength and adaptability, showing that every ending births a new beginning. Life's complexity demands a dynamic balance between holding on and letting go, a balance needing continuous reassessment through seasons of growth. There are moments when holding on builds endurance, and others when letting go cultivates freedom. This equilibrium requires a deep exploration of our attachment to impermanence, aligning actions with personal evolution. The journey through balance is paved with trials and errors, moments of misstep revealing deeper insights into our desires and attachments. Embracing balance transcends duality, welcoming suffering not as paralysis, but a dynamic challenge, molding us to transcend clinging and releasing. Nature exemplifies the perfect balance between holding on and letting go. Trees, anchoring deeply into the earth, release leaves to foster growth each autumn, a cycle embodying wisdom in perseverance. Nature teaches the art of timing and receptivity, demonstrating how these forces complement each other in thriving. Observing natural cycles echoes ancient wisdom, reminding us that life unfolds with intention, providing lessons on resilience, adaptation, and renewal. Suffering offers a unique opportunity for emotional mastery. In its turbulent tides, we confront the emotions lying beneath: fear, sadness, anger, confusion. Through mindful awareness, we observe emotions without being consumed. Understanding this transitory nature allows us to transform raw emotions into insights. Suffering becomes an enlightening journey of self-discovery, guiding us toward emotional evolution by turning passive pain into active growth. Forgiveness often plays a crucial role in letting go. It releases the hold that past grievances have on the present and future, freeing us from resentment and grudges to heal and move forward. Forgiveness acknowledges pain while choosing peace over perpetual suffering. Self-forgiveness, vital yet challenging, demands introspection and compassion, inviting us to embrace imperfections in pursuit of growth. Through forgiveness, we create fertile ground for joy and renewed purpose, attesting to the resilience of the human spirit. Suffering compels a redefinition of success, often tied to external achievements. It invites viewing success as the ability to endure hardship with grace, emerging with renewed perspective and empathy. True success manifests through growth in adversity, a deepened connection to oneself and the world. Resilience, adaptability, and an understanding heart become measures of success, marked by courageous holding and wise letting go, a narrative of fulfillment transcending conventional paradigms. A Stoic practice, amor fati, or love of fate, cultivates acceptance of all life brings, including suffering. It invites us to welcome all experiences as integral, transforming obstacles into growth opportunities. Embracing amor fati empowers us to engage with suffering not as victims, but as co-creators, guiding adversities into cherished elements of our life story. Through suffering, we access gateways to compassion. Pain experiences deepen empathy, fostering connections and support, transcending individual suffering into collective healing. This shared humanity transforms suffering into inspiration for kindness and community, nurturing interconnectedness and purpose, aligning personal pain into broader understanding. Rituals offer solace amidst suffering, grounding us in the present through meaning and structure. Meditation, journaling, and reflection create a sanctuary for emotions to be honored. Rituals connect us to continuity, inviting us to engage mindfully with hardships, turning suffering into rites of passage that cultivate resilience. These practices remind us of pausing to reflect, offering stability in uncertain times. Stories we construct around our suffering can trap us in cycles of victimhood. Letting go of these narratives liberates us from past constraints, empowering transformation. Rewriting our stories shifts suffering from fixed identity to a transformative experience, reclaiming power and opening possibilities for growth. Alteration honors our journey, creating hope-filled pathways. Acceptance nurtures tranquility amidst turmoil, recognizing reality without resistance, integrating suffering into life without defining it. Acceptance allows us to acknowledge suffering, fostering inner serenity and clarity. By ceasing to war against the present, we invite a mindful path of healing, aligned with life's wisdom and resilience. Inner stillness becomes a vessel of clarity amidst suffering, a serene space where external chaos fades. Practices like meditation and solitude tune us into our inner voice. This refuge nurtures peace, transforming impulsive reactions into considered responses. Within this calm, we find guidance to hold on or let go with grace. Suffering uncovers the essence of being, greater than comfort ever could. Struggles strip away pretenses, revealing authenticity beneath societal masks. Embracing suffering guides us to self-discovery, aligning actions with our true values. This authentic beacon directs choices, deepening life's fulfillment and truth. Mindfulness anchors us in the present, diverting from past grievances and future anxieties. It encourages engagement with suffering as a learning path. Mindful presence heightens awareness, revealing insights, transforming pain from passive endurance to active growth, channeling suffering toward personal evolution. Fear often shadows suffering, challenging us. Yet, reframing fear transforms it from foe to ally, revealing strengths and courage. By acknowledging fear's origins, we dismantle its power, viewing it as a growth guide. This shift transforms adversities into transformative opportunities, fueling courage and embracing suffering's role in growth. Acceptance includes embracing uncertainty. Not knowing liberates from the constraints of certainty, fostering trust in life's unfolding. Embracing the unknown invites serenity, where life becomes a dance, embracing possibilities. Finding peace amid uncertainty transforms suffering into wisdom, expanding perception. Challenges build endurance, preparing us for future trials. Meeting adversity with growth strengthens resolve and enriches perspectives, turning suffering into training that roots courage and grace, fueling evolving resilience. Our understanding of legacy influences suffering's perspective. Suffering reminds us of impermanence, motivating reflection on lasting impact and purpose. Legacy fuels perseverance, aligning actions with positive contributions. This focus shifts suffering into catalysts for meaningful change and fulfillment. Love transcends suffering, casting light into its darkest corners. It reminds us of intrinsic connection, guiding suffering with empathy and perspective. In loving and receiving love, we nurture compassion, transforming suffering collectively into a shared journey. Love, as a balm, nurtures healing, elevating humanity. Storytelling processes suffering into narratives of healing and growth. Sharing stories turns chaos into coherence, pain into understanding. It fosters empathy and community, making suffering a collective understanding. Narratives weave personal and shared resilience, illuminating the path through interconnected stories of triumph. Suffering contributes to wholeness when approached intentionally. It enriches empathy, understanding, and evolution by embracing life's depths and heights. Integration transforms suffering into wisdom, guiding self-awareness and world connection, transcending survival toward authenticity and wholeness. In the depths of silence, where the clatter of the world fades, a profound strength emerges, one of quiet fortitude. This discipline of silent endurance transcends mere absence of speech. It embodies an affirmation of resilience found in the core of one's being. Amidst the relentless torrent of noise, the Stoics echo the wisdom of ages by drawing strength from silence, illustrating that words can sometimes obscure the purity of understanding. It is within these sacred silences that clarity resides, allowing for precision in observation and deliberation in response. The ancient Stoics, sages of a time long past, held a vision of a life where speech, whilst powerful, must not muddle the clarity of core values. Silence is the truest liberation from the compulsive defense or elaboration of oneself to the outer world. In this silent endurance, one's inner resolve fortifies, turning the harsh trials of life into unspoken monuments of mental tenacity. By harnessing silence, each silent moment becomes a potent reflection of a deeper state of growth. The more one leans away from verbal expressions of suffering, the more one steps into a profound journey of personal transformation. The journey through these pages bears the potential of silence to transmute suffering into a journey of visceral growth. In the Stoic sense, silence is not merely passive, but a testament to profound strength and self-control. It is the very exercise of restraint that portrays one's mastery over the cascade of impulsive reactions that so easily captivate the human mind. Silence stands as a beacon of our ability to witness suffering without allowing it to mold our identity. By maintaining silence, we create space for genuine reflection, confronting fears and vulnerabilities without external impositions. This sanctified space becomes a vessel for introspection, where beliefs and choices are weighed with honest gravity. The space that silence grants us is not empty, but filled with the strength of our detached perception, reminding us that external circumstances may bind our bodies, but our spirits remain unbound and free. Dignity graces those who embrace their trials with quiet acceptance, teaching us that the grandest demonstration of strength lies not in broadcasting one's suffering, but in the silent acknowledgement and graceful navigation of it. Pride may often tempt us to seek validation through the sharing of our struggles. Yet, genuine dignity resides in the silent realization of pain's significance and necessity. Quiet endurance is active engagement. It accepts hardship without abandoning hope. This dignified silence becomes an enduring beacon, showing not only our ability to bend without breaking, but inviting others to witness the resilience of the human spirit, fortified against life's storms. When we incessantly voice our struggles, we risk ensnaring ourselves in a web of victimhood, where pain becomes the center of our narrative. To live a life aligned with Stoic teachings is to shift perspective, from a victim of fate to an architect within circumstances. Silence acts as the fulcrum for this shift, redirecting energy from lamentation to introspective action. Thus, suffering becomes a profound teacher, and our silence reframes victimhood into agency. We transcend the vocalization of our wounds to embrace our capacity to adapt and learn. This transformation honors the core Stoic belief that external events are beyond control, yet our perception and reaction will define us. Silence frees us from the entrenched narrative of suffering, enabling us to devise a story centered around resilience and proactive transformation. True endurance reflects less in proclamations than in the steadfastness with which we confront adversity. Within silence exists the mental clarity to endure, supporting the unyielding strength needed to delve inward and harness buried resources. In the quiet of personal tribulation, a vast reservoir of strength awaits, encouraging deeper growth and resilience. This inner silence presses us toward a reframed understanding of suffering, where it is seen not as oppressive, but as an instructive path forward. Silent endurance becomes an ally, drawing on grace and determination to carry us through the shadows of hardship. Observation in silence is a cornerstone of Stoic practice. Unclouded by the distractions accompanying excessive speech, silence allows for genuine engagement with one's surroundings, encouraging insight into one's inner world. This heightened awareness, facilitated by silence, enables a deeper appreciation of events beyond immediate emotion, informing wisdom that transcends superficial responses. Silent observation distances us from our suffering, granting the opportunity to respond from a place of wisdom instead of reactivity. It is through this disciplined practice that comprehension and compassion naturally flourish. Embracing silent observation transforms suffering into a fertile ground for learning and growth, illuminating the core essence of Stoic wisdom. Within us lies an inner dialogue, a conversation inaudible to the world, cherished by the Stoics as sacred. Unlike vocalized struggles, this dialogue transforms pain by shifting focus toward personal growth and reconciliation. Here, the transformative power of crucial silent questions guides our healing journey. This practice requires a raw honesty that confronts uncomfortable truths and demands introspection. It is within this silence that transformation germinates, aligning personal evolution with the timeless wisdom of those philosophers who walked before us. As the inner dialogue unfolds, we shape our path, distinct from external validation or voice, guided simply by the rhythm of silence. Nature embodies silent resilience, offering timeless lessons of patient perseverance. The gentle sway of trees, the unshakable presence of mountains, and rivers endlessly carving paths through stone, all are quiet demonstrations of enduring strength. These elements reflect the Stoic principle of synthesis between endurance and adaptation. Nature's silence is the ultimate teacher of resilience, showing us that achieving quiet strength does not require recognition or acknowledgement, only persistence. By aligning with these natural examples, we cultivate our own formidable resilience, anchored in patience, acceptance, and quiet endurance, mirroring the resilience of the world around us. Presence forms the very foundation of silent endurance, a mindful presence undistorted by the fears of past interpretations or future anxieties. In this present awareness, we encounter life's sufferings, not with avoidance, but with lucid engagement. Silent presence invites us to experience suffering as a path to deeper understanding, celebrating life's reality for its complexity rather than our desired simplicity. With silent endurance as our guide, we remain engaged with life's journey through a lens of gratitude and acceptance, resulting in a powerful tool for enduring life's tribulations. The Stoic path teaches us the power of action over words. In silence, we speak through our deeds, embodying the virtues of integrity, wisdom, and courage. This emphasis on action illustrates that character is revealed not through speech, but through the quiet consistency of our actions. Through silent strength, sorrow transforms into action, intimately conveying resilience and determination. This emphasis on virtuous actions over voiced lamentations ignites admirable, exemplary behavior, leading others on similar paths. Utilizing suffering as a catalyst for silent action fosters resilience, where deeds that transcend words redefine suffering as an opportunity for power and profound potential. Emotional detachment serves as an ally in the journey of silent endurance, advocating the balance of feeling without submission. In detachment, we exercise awareness, observing emotions without their overtaking us. This discipline ensures our actions arise from principles instead of temporary passions. Silence opens the space necessary for maintaining clarity and control amid life's circumstances. Detachment provides the calm needed to transform suffering into opportunity, aligning with Stoic virtues that promise resilience and inner peace. By mastering this detachment, our relationship with suffering evolves into a dynamic experience for personal growth. Quiet strength encapsulates a paradox the world often misunderstands, associating noise with power. Yet Stoic philosophy reveals a calm strength, surpassing superficial declarations. Silence embodies this strength seamlessly, a testament to internal power that influences without command and inspires without shouting. It is through this quiet resolve that the steady path unfolds, demonstrating that one's strongest expressions arise not in words, but in the silent resilience of endurance. Realizing this paradox and embracing silent strength, we gain profound freedom and find power within life's quiet moments. In the calm of adversity, stillness becomes sovereignty, where one reigns over oneself, unruffled by external disputes. This grandeur of stillness reflects our true strength in governing our responses instead of external circumstances. Practicing stillness reclaims our space for wisdom-led choices, enhancing resilience's manifestations in our lives. In this quiet, beyond distraction, we achieve mastery over our inner environment, embracing suffering as an experience that fortifies our imperious autonomy. Understanding life's ephemeral nature invites a broader perspective on suffering. Embracing impermanence through silence fortifies acceptance without clinging to current circumstances or anticipating change. Silence brings peace to our cohabitation with reality, transforming suffering into an enriching element rather than a diminishing one. Silent acceptance of impermanence aids in freeing us from time-bound pain, changing our narrative and refocusing encounters with suffering on gratitude and acceptance. Silent resilience extends beyond the personal, influencing and communing with others in unspoken harmony. Our silent strength, seen by others, provides a reminder of collective human fortitude. This quiet example draws strength from suffering not just individually, but ushers shared resilience across communities. Encouraging others to harness their silent inner strength, our collective resilience becomes a testament to our power to transcend suffering for ultimate good. Silence embodies temperance, guiding our journey of suffering moderation. Stoic virtues emphasize restraint, a practice silent endurance perfects by restraining from excessive verbalization. This practice instills balance as we direct energies into roles that align with virtue and existence's enriched purpose. Temperance wraps us in composure and clarity amid challenges, an underpinning of balanced harmony leading suffering's encounter with grace. Solitude offers a sanctuary to meet suffering without external distractions. Within this quiet introspection, we find dialogue with our innermost selves, fostering transformation, and insight. Here, solace frames strength, highlighting inner wisdom and convincing actions. Seeking solitude strengthens resilience, transmuting life's adversities into self-discovery paths. Silence within solitude becomes a sanctuary, harboring reflection and growth, turning suffering into a personal evolution. Listening beyond words permits us to hear the silence's truths. Understanding extends beyond speech, resonates within the gaps in conversation. Silent listening stretches empathy and wisdom, enriching our interaction with suffering and heightening comprehension. Silence connects us to our experiences, transforming suffering into a space for healing and growth, birthing new understanding, a dialogue beyond the spoken. Within acceptance, silence finds deep resonance, urging reconciliation without resistance. Acceptance harbors strength, transforming suffering as an enriching narrative rather than a burdensome existence. Silent reconciliation acknowledges reality, relinquishing control and embracing adversity lessons, instilling resilience and empowerment, unfolding peace and wisdom on life's path. Reflection transforms suffering through wisdom, finding meaning beyond initial torment in silent rumination. Silence avails space for this deep reflective dive, carving pathways for insights anchored in Stoic wisdom. Silent reflection makes suffering transient, revealing growth and allowing adversity transmutation into enlightening experiences, redefining our Stoic-aligned narrative. Ritual practiced in silence frames structure and meaning in encountering suffering with intention. Following Stoic traditions, silent rituals become symphonies, guiding resilience over expressed moments. Silent momentum of ritual creates sacred, transcendent spaces, honoring suffering as fundamental rights. Rituals facilitate growth in adherence to Stoic principles, harmonizing trials in grace. The language of silence surpasses words, enabling deeper comprehension. Through Stoic views, silence references profound understanding, connecting suffering and transformation within this language's fold. Silently, we convey mutual understanding, communicating emotionally where words falter. This realization traverses adversity into a shared experience of growth and wisdom. Inner peace emerges as an echo of endurance, emboldened by acceptance and equanimity. Silence braces this peace, rooted, steadfast, sheltering our harmony amid loud trials. With silence as sanctuary, our observations transcend limitations, cultivating an existence aligned with Stoic ideals. Turning inward through silence taps into limitless reserves of inner strength beyond external circumstances. This inward journey becomes self-discovery's path, enriching our lives. Prized above external validation, this approach upholds Stoic beliefs, transforming suffering through enlightened and emboldened growth. Embodying silent grace transforms endurance into a poetic embrace of life's dance. With acceptance and compassion, we move through suffering, revealing the beauty of life's challenges, nurturing freedom and resilience. Silent grace invites us to live with virtue, showing true mastery and illuminating Stoic wisdom's transformative power. In the grand tapestry of human existence, pain threads itself through every life, an integral part of the shared human condition. It weaves connections both profound and unexpected, uniting us all in the silent acknowledgement of our vulnerabilities. This universality of suffering provides a lens through which we begin to understand our own trials within the context of a larger, collective experience. When we face our deepest hardships, knowing that others have endured similar tribulations can offer an unexpected solace. Our pain, while deeply personal, is a narrative that echoes through countless souls, binding us with threads of empathy and shared resilience. This shared journey through suffering opens doors to empathy, a deeply human connection that extends beyond words or appearances. Our understanding broadens as we begin to comprehend the struggles that others face, cultivating a connection that can heal, both for the one who suffers and the one who empathizes. To glimpse the world through another's perspective, even for the briefest moment, offers a balm to our own wounds, a reminder that in tending to others, we also tend to the quiet aches within ourselves. Thus, empathy becomes a bridge that links isolated islands of pain within a sea of shared human experience. In turning personal pain outward towards compassion, a transformation occurs. This journey, from individual suffering to a wider empathy, involves recognizing the potential of our pain as a catalyst for positive change, as an opportunity to deepen our understanding of humanity. The conscious choice to perceive our hardships not merely as tribulations, but as building blocks for growth, shifts our focus from the confines of our individual suffering to a broader vista where kindness and understanding can thrive. In this process, compassion becomes an instrument of healing, a means of providing comfort to others even as we navigate our own difficulties. By sharing the wisdom and insights won through our struggles, we illuminate paths for others still wandering in the shadows, extending hope and resilience birthed from our own trials. This transformation is not solely for the alleviation of our own burden, but it enriches our existence with purpose, turning personal adversity into profound service for the collective spirit. When we share our stories of suffering, a ripple effect is set into motion, extending beyond our immediate circles and reaching into distant corners of our connected world. Our narratives possess the power to inspire and embolden others, offering strength and courage to face their own hardships. In embracing vulnerability and honesty, we foster a culture of openness, challenging the stigmas that often surround pain and suffering. Through the sharing of our truths, we demonstrate that enduring adversity is not a sign of weakness, but rather a defining feature of the human journey. The impact of sharing stretches far beyond those we touch directly. It reverberates through wider networks, igniting change and fostering compassion in places we never could have anticipated. These stories, when heard and embraced by others, contribute to a cultural shift toward greater acceptance and empathy, encouraging environments where recognizing and addressing suffering is a shared responsibility. The ripple effect of shared suffering is a testament to the positive connections rooted within our spirit, forming pathways of unity and understanding capable of transforming societies. Leading with vulnerability demands tremendous courage, yet it is an act that paves the way for authenticity and strength. By choosing to speak openly of our struggles, we create spaces where authenticity flourishes, where genuine connection takes root, and others feel equally empowered to acknowledge their pain. Vulnerability thus emerges not as a confession of defeat, but as a powerful declaration of courage and integrity. It fosters relationships sustained by trust and empathy, where individuals are embraced and supported in their journey towards healing. Such courage to reveal our pain can also kindle empathy and mutual understanding. When we bring our suffering into the open, we build a culture of acceptance, where mental and emotional wellness are paramount. This spirit of transparency and openness guides us towards creating spaces where authenticity is cherished, dismantling societal stigmas surrounding pain and weakness. Within this collective journey toward openness and understanding, we uncover the healing potential embedded in our interconnectedness. Amidst the complex dance of suffering and joy lies profound wisdom. Life's ebb and flow, its ever-shifting panorama, call us to acknowledge both light and shadow, recognizing that joy can emerge from suffering and that suffering contains within it the seeds of joy. This understanding invites a balanced perspective, one prepared for life's intricate dance of challenges and triumphs. Embracing this paradox allows for a richer exploration of the human experience, fostering resilience and acceptance. As we navigate this dance, the transformation of personal suffering into compassion becomes essential. Our individual journey, illuminated by self-discovery and encounters with adversity, is an invitation to extend our insights and empathy to others. When nurtured, compassion acts as a powerful catalyst for individual and collective healing. It invites us to see our hardships not as isolated events, but as opportunities to deepen our humanity, an opportunity to use the wisdom gained from our trials to offer solace to others. The deep emotional resonance that suffering evokes transcends cultural and linguistic barriers. It offers a chance for meaningful global connection and understanding, drawing upon the collective insights and experiences of people worldwide. As we acknowledge the universal nature of suffering, we find common ground across diverse narratives, expanding our capacity for understanding and compassion. This shared emotional thread strengthens our empathy and appreciation, weaving global bonds that enrich our shared narrative of healing and resilience. Storytelling emerges as a vital medium for this connection, an ancient practice through which individuals voice their personal narratives and invite others into their inner world. As we recount our journeys of pain and triumph, a bond forms amidst shared experiences of endurance and perseverance. This sharing of stories builds bridges that unite diverse perspectives, underscoring the complexity of the human condition and inviting deeper engagement with the vast tapestry of life. In these shared stories, we find not only unity, but a proactive path towards collective healing. They serve as mirrors, reflecting our personal truths and validating our experiences within the broader context of human existence. Through the exchange of tales, individuals experience a sense of belonging, gleaning strength and insight from the wisdom embedded within each narrative. Storytelling becomes a collective catharsis, where burdens are lightened and connections are deepened, reinforcing the healing and growth that lie inherent in human solidarity. Within each story, elders serve as vessels of wisdom, offering perspectives drawn from a lifetime of experiences. Their guidance, a confluence of learned insights and lived truths, enriches our understanding of resilience and the perseverance intrinsic to the human journey. By acknowledging and honoring the wisdom of older generations, we bridge the temporal divide between past and present, uniting traditional knowledge with contemporary insights, fortifying the collective strength required for navigating our shared struggles. Rituals emerge as another fulcrum for collective healing, embedded in cultural traditions that provide a framework for communal support and personal renewal. These practices, whether ancient or newly formed, create moments for reflection, release, and transformation, validating the pain and facilitating the healing journey. Rituals offer shared spaces of solace and resilience, reminding us of the profound connections that bind us beyond immediate experiences. One powerful tool for navigating these shared spaces is mindful presence, a deliberate choice to remain with our emotions and experiences without judgment. This practice encourages a heightened awareness, and deeper connection to ourselves and others, fostering empathy and understanding amidst shared suffering. By cultivating mindful presence, we open ourselves to the complexities of pain, transforming it through gentle acceptance into healing and growth. In embracing vulnerability as a strength, we find transformative potential within ourselves and our relationships with others. This shift dismantles the conventional view of vulnerability as a weakness, inviting a culture grounded in authenticity and empathy. In this newfound understanding, emotional openness becomes a source of connection and resilience, emboldening individuals to explore and express their emotions without fear of judgment. Empathetic communities, then, arise as vital networks of support, fostering safe spaces where individuals can explore their experiences and share their stories. These communities, grounded in empathy, nurture resilience and growth by breaking down barriers of isolation and encouraging open dialogue. In these environments, vulnerability is not only acknowledged but celebrated as a source of strength, helping to build a culture of openness and inclusivity that thrives on collective healing. The journey from isolation to connection transforms not only individuals, but the communities they inhabit, turning solitude into shared pathways of empathy and support. By reaching out to others, we disrupt patterns of isolation, welcoming deeper connections and mutual understanding. As we prioritize these connections, we embrace an empathetic culture that emphasizes listening, underlining the importance of support as we dismantle the barriers of loneliness. This culture of empathy extends its reach through the practice of empathic listening, a powerful tool in both individual and collective healing. By engaging deeply with one another's stories, we create spaces of validation and support, encouraging a broader culture of empathy and understanding. This holistic approach offers safe havens where individuals feel valued and heard, fostering networks of emotional well-being and resilience. In times of crisis, building bridges of understanding becomes essential to fostering resilience and healing. These connections root themselves in shared human experience, bridging differences through empathy and open communication. When we focus on common goals and collective understanding, we establish pathways of healing that transcend divisions. In nurturing these bridges, we affirm the strength and potential of our shared humanity to heal and grow amidst adversity. Thus, the journey through pain, shared and individual, reveals itself not as an isolated struggle but a communal path toward healing and growth. Every story, every empathetic gesture, and each bond formed in vulnerability become a thread in the tapestry of collective healing, a testimony to the enduring spirit and transformative power embedded within the human soul. In recognizing our interconnectedness through suffering, we illuminate pathways of understanding that ultimately bridge hearts and communities across the vast landscape of human experience. The journey from pain to power begins with a profound understanding of transformation. The Stoics, alongside mystics and philosophers from myriad traditions, illuminate that life is not defined solely by the events that transpire, but by our responses to those events. Pain, when met with wisdom, becomes a catalyst for profound growth, urging us to gaze inward, reconsider our perspectives, and shift from victimhood to empowerment. Accepting pain doesn't mean denying it. Rather, it involves integrating suffering as a crucible through which strength and resilience are forged. It is within this transformative process that we begin the alchemy of soul work, where every hardship becomes an opportunity to reshape our inner world, transforming the common metal of suffering into the gold of wisdom. History speaks to us in whispers of those who have turned personal agony into transcendent power. Nelson Mandela stands as a testament, illustrating how imprisonment refined his vision for justice and unity, not with bitterness, but with a determined spirit that fueled a nation's liberation. His path shows us that suffering, when tempered with grace, becomes a driving force aimed at uniting ideals and galvanizing others. Similarly, the narratives of Holocaust survivors, such as Viktor Frankl, resonate with echoes of resilience. In the depths of horror, Frankl discovered a philosophy of finding meaning amidst suffering, developing logotherapy as a beacon of hope that extends far beyond personal redemption, impacting human thought. Healing from pain is a delicate, intricate dance within the soul. It is a transition that calls for a shift from passive suffering to active transformation, from mere endurance to profound engagement with one's own emotional landscape. This process beckons deep awareness and an earnest willingness to explore the depths of our emotions. Healing is neither linear nor predictable. It is a spiral journey that requires patience. In revisiting our wounds, we gain new perspectives and insights, enabling each visit to become a layer of growth and understanding. To harness this inner mechanism of healing is to engage in practices that foster resilience. Meditation, reflective journaling, even brief moments of solitude become avenues for such exploration, helping us understand our pain as part of the universal human experience. Acknowledging our scars allows them to be guides rather than dictators, assisting us on the path to resilience, turning past suffering into future strength. Central to this transformation is the cultivation of an indomitable will. The will acts as a silent force, propelling us forward through life's most daunting adversities. It offers a steady, guiding light, illuminating paths even in moments of profound darkness. By nurturing our will, we affirm our inherent power to influence our responses, facing challenges not as permanent states, but as elements of a transient journey. The adoption of this mindset is crucial. It denotes an embrace of goals anchored in personal values and a vision for the future that is not fettered by the pains of the past. This shift not only fortifies us, but also inspires those around us, grounding our identity in purpose rather than in suffering. Mindfulness emerges as another potent tool in the realm of transformation, rooted in the awareness of the present moment. Through mindfulness, we detach from the narratives our minds weave about our pain, allowing us to observe our thoughts and emotions with clarity and compassion. When practiced consistently, mindfulness turns pain into an experience we can observe rather than react against. It imparts the wisdom of impermanence, teaching us the fleeting nature of our suffering and the transformative potential it holds. By maintaining this presence, we navigate life's tribulations with poise and grace, turning mindful living into a powerful method of transcending pain. Reframing is a subtle yet powerful cognitive shift that transforms our relationship with adversity. Instead of viewing difficulties as insurmountable barriers, we learn to see them as opportunities for learning and growth. This reframing invites us to question not why challenges occur, but what they can teach us about resilience and adaptability. Through this lens, pain serves not as a burden, but as a platform for empowerment, as each hardship becomes a stepping stone on our path to growth. In developing emotional intelligence, we bolster our capacity to understand and manage our emotions effectively. This understanding fosters wisdom in our responses, enabling us to perceive and harness the messages embedded in our emotional experiences. The cultivation of emotional intelligence becomes an endeavor of self-reflection, encouraging us to respond with empathy and resilience rather than reaction. This shift nurtures inner harmony, transforming once debilitating experiences into driving forces aligned with our highest values and aspirations. The power of community plays a vital role in empowering transformation. We are, by nature, interconnected beings, thriving within communities that support and uplift us. Sharing our narratives of suffering within empathetic circles converts isolating experiences into sources of collective resilience. These connections provide encouragement and a diversity of perspectives that equip us with an arsenal of tools for managing pain. The shared wisdom of the community enriches our journey, reminding us that we are not alone in our struggles, but part of the universal tapestry of the human experience. Rituals, ingrained in intention and repetition, further reinforce our capacity to transform suffering into strength. Through the rhythms of daily practices such as meditation, journaling, or mindful walking, we create a framework that supports our continuous healing journey. Rituals offer space for reflection, a moment to integrate experiences, solidifying our commitment to healing. These practices anchor us amidst chaos, reminding us of our inherent fortitude and ability to rise from challenges stronger and more resilient. Letting go is a transformative act, a liberating process of releasing past pains and anxieties, thereby creating space for new opportunities and growth. The courage to release our grip on suffering invites freedom and embodies an acceptance of life as an unfolding mystery. By practicing letting go, we move away from resistance to acceptance, discovering a profound liberation that allows us to redirect our energies towards pursuits that align with our true purpose. Narratives define our identity. Their transformation offers a path to change how pain influences us. By rewriting these stories, we emphasize resilience, strength, and growth over suffering. This act of rewriting not only shifts our perception of past experiences, but also reframes future possibilities. Transforming our personal narratives turns us into proactive protagonists in the stories of our lives, emphasizing empowerment and potential. Creativity serves as both a sanctuary and a beacon amidst suffering. Pain often unlocks depths of emotions and insights, pushing boundaries and inspiring artistic expression and innovation. Through creative endeavors, whether writing, painting, or music, we externalize internal struggles, facilitating catharsis and understanding. This journey of artistic exploration not only fosters personal growth, but also opens pathways for communal healing, as shared creative expressions offer others a glimpse into the beauty and meaning unearthed through suffering. Nature stands as an ever-present teacher, demonstrating resilience and adaptation in the wake of adversity. The rebirth of forests after fires or rivers carving paths through stone serve as metaphors for growth through suffering. These natural cycles remind us of the inherent resilience within all life forms, reinforcing the potential for renewal at each step of our journey. In nature's example, we discover the wisdom to embrace pain as an essential part of life's rhythm and seize our capacity to rise renewed. Transforming personal struggles into acts of service creates a profound legacy, extending the impact of our transformation beyond ourselves. Those who transcend pain often devote their lives to easing the suffering of others, deriving purpose and empowerment through their experiences. This legacy of service becomes a beacon for others, exemplifying that darkness can give rise to light. Leading others through their suffering enriches the cycles of empowerment and healing that ripple through communities, imparting lessons that elevate entire collectives. In exploring vulnerability, we uncover a source of immense strength. Vulnerability, often seen as a weakness, is integral to facing our truths and extending empathy and connection to others. The courage to embrace vulnerability facilitates deep relationships and healing, fostering environments where empowerment flourishes. As we recognize vulnerability's worth, we cultivate a nuanced form of strength that enhances our collective resilience, guiding us through shared journeys of growth. When viewed through a spiritual lens, suffering reveals itself not as punishment, but as a teacher guiding us toward deeper truths of existence and connection. Spiritual traditions offer enriching perspectives that encourage us to transcend the ego and recognize our place within a larger cosmic narrative. Through spiritual practice and reflection, we attain inner peace and empowerment. Adopting suffering as a vehicle for spiritual evolution, the resilience of the human spirit constantly reaffirms that within each setback lies potential. This resilience is the sum of countless acts of perseverance, echoing throughout history when faced with challenge. Embracing this tenacity involves a commitment to learning and growth, a recognition that each challenge offers seeds of potential ready to blossom into newfound strength. In nurturing our resilience, we sustain our optimism, driving us to face life with unwavering courage and grace. Suffering often reframes our definition of success by prompting deeper introspection on what truly matters. This process redirects our understanding of success from traditional metrics to the pursuit of inner peace, fulfillment, and authentic expression. Prioritizing connections and personal growth over external accolades allows us to redefine success in terms of the richness of experience and authenticity, transforming pain into a guiding force of purpose. Self-compassion emerges as a vital component in transforming pain into power. By extending kindness to ourselves, we embrace imperfections and foster resilience. Practicing self-compassion nurtures an environment for healing, reinforcing that we are worthy of love despite our struggles. This mindfulness turns pain into opportunities for self-discovery and growth, allowing us to meet challenges with grace. Acceptance becomes a cornerstone of empowerment, involving the embrace of current circumstances without resistance. Engaging with reality with clarity and purpose, we focus energy on aligning actions with our values. Acceptance facilitates the release from struggle, providing peace and laying the groundwork for growth. Through acceptance, we free ourselves to craft anew, prioritizing wisdom and grace on our transformative journey. Life's uncertainty, rather than be feared, serves as fertile ground for opportunity. Embracing this uncertainty invites flexibility and creativity, transforming potential adversities into realms of possibility. The art of living with uncertainty cultivates comfort with change, enabling us to welcome it as an aspect of the dynamic life journey, strengthening our resilience along unpredictable paths. Viktor Frankl's insights remind us that even amidst suffering, life is filled with meaning. Discovering meaning in pain involves existential exploration of purpose, seeing suffering as integral to personal growth and understanding. Meaning anchors us amidst adversity, serving as a guiding beacon that fuels hope and healing. This search transforms obstacles into pathways, enriching our sense of belonging within the world. Adversity beckons us to live authentically by stripping away facades and reconnecting with core values. In navigating suffering, we align our actions with true self, discovering power in authenticity. This genuine alignment fosters understanding of desires, prioritizing deeds that reflect our essence, turning pain into a catalyst for profound self-realization and empowering life paths rich in purpose. Ancient wisdom beckons us into a realm of transformative potential where suffering morphs into strength. As timeless truths from traditions such as Stoicism and Buddhism offer pathways for enhancement, they invite us to integrate introspection and growth into modern life. These teachings encourage a shift where pain becomes a means of evolution, ushering us toward deeper mysteries of existence. Finally, we arrive at a place of acknowledgement, understanding that the journey from pain to power is eternal and transformative. Life's challenges, met with wisdom and transformation, become threads in the tapestry of our human experience, turning despair into strength. As you forge ahead, let the wisdom of ages enrich your spirit, guiding you to transform suffering into a beacon of enduring empowerment and light.